Hello, hello, hello! What's up this morning, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up, Heroic Gerbil? My goodness, Exona the Killed, something like that. Thornblood, Buff Kamigawa. How is everyone doing today? Dolson, Thornblood, a Poacher, Brother Goo, Mesorbloop. How is everyone today? So today, Siege Wino. Such a great name. One of the best Twitch names. One of my all-time favorites. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tube cheer for you. Thank you. I have to say, so today we have a fun one. So what are we doing today? So today, I want to start with this Flibblethip deck in Pioneer. I just saw this deck today, and it's using Flibblethip Lost on the Range to try to plot things like Jennifer Walters, or Velky, or Gwen Stacy, or Mila Crafty Companion. We're gonna be echoing. Oops. Echo. My bad. So trying to plot these things, then we cast the backside. So we're gonna mess around with this deck. Also, though, we got spoilers coming, and I gotta say, the Hobbit looks so incredibly good. I have been absolutely blown away. It's just how good this set is. Like, this set, it's a small set. I know it's a small set. That's a little bit annoying. Mono red cards. Maybe we try the mono red card deck. We were going to play that last week and we never got to it. Wish to see you play some pre-modern again. Ooh, we might have to do a pre-modern video. That is a good idea. We might have to do a little pre-moddering. Good morning, Seth. I know you haven't been following Rick and Morty recently, but their last episode, season 9, episode 10, probably top 5 ever. What? Well, I'm gonna have to watch that episode then. I might have to watch it. Is the whole season worth watching, or just watch the one episode? Man, I loved Rick and Morty for like the first 4 or 5 seasons, and then it kind of trailed off for me a little bit, but I'll have to check out that episode for sure. This set looks so good. Like, I feel like, and I don't want to say this in a way that comes across as like offensive to other sets or whatever, but this feels like a real Magic set to me. And this is not a UB thing, because this is a UB set. It's not even a fantasy thing. It's there's not just a million legendary characters thing. And that's one thing I really appreciate about this set, compared to some of the other sets we've gotten recently, is there's just like non-legendary characters. Like, there's kind of, and it's kind of funny because I don't know the Hobbit. I don't know the Hobbit at all. Y'all probably know the Hobbit way better than I do. I have to imagine, though, that like Lakeside Toy Maker, or whatever, Lakeshore Apocryphy, or Iron Hill Stalwarts, these have to be like characters that probably had like a sentence in the book, like it just barely referred to them in some way, and they end up getting a Magic card. But I feel like those cards do so much work and just like building the world, rather than just like, oh, here's another named character, here's another named character, here's another named character. So I really appreciate just like the design of this set. Like, the cards look fun to play. It synergizes with Lord of the Rings. It synergizes with a lot of the stuff that we got in like Lorwyn Eclipse, goblins and elves and so forth. I've been very impressed. I've been very, very impressed with this set. The elf card's great. The elf that like draws 4 or mills 4 and then you get all the elves from it. Should read the book in short and sweet. Short and sweet is what I want out of my Lord of the Rings. That's what I want. I heard Phil. I was talking to Phil this morning. I had a meeting with Phil. Apparently he's doing a Hobbit day on Sunday, where him and his girlfriend are gonna watch every Hobbit movie and play Magic in between, which sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of fun. I've never watched the Hobbit. What do you think of Calming Splendor? So we are gonna check out the WotC stream when it comes on. We will see. It says they're doing spoilers. If it's not spoilers, then we'll just say whatever and go back to playing Magic. But if they are doing spoilers, we'll watch it. This card's very interesting to me. So 2 mana, 1 and a white, for an enchantment. It says whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you create a treasure token, which, I mean, should trigger, it triggers like Fairy Mastermind, right? Fairy Mastermind triggers quite a bit. It's not going to trigger every single turn, but then you have the option to pay 3 mana to have 2 target players each draw a card. So you can draw a card, have someone else whose turn it is draw a card, trigger, make a treasure, so it's kind of only 2 mana to activate. I actually think the card is kind of exciting. The other interesting part about it is you can activate this ability multiple times, right? Like, you could, if you have enough mana, activate it a bunch of times, make multiple people in a commander game draw a card, card. Obviously, probably not a standard card, I wouldn't think. Maybe, but probably not. More of a commander card, but it seems like a really good commander card. Hey, what's up, Chittering Hobo? Hey, Seth, didn't give any chances to watch you live, but I love your content. Well, thank you, Chittering Hobo. I'm glad you made it to the stream. But what are y'all feeling? We're a week in. We're more than a week into spoiler season. We haven't seen all the set, but we're like 3 days away from seeing all the set. What's the feeling on the Hobbit now? Oh, Wizard Staff is absurd. Like, this card's it's gonna go in like every Wizard deck. Like, it's so good. Just like, oh man, I almost wonder if it could be a standard card or even like a Pioneer card or something. The fact that it gives prowess, hey, what's up, dog? How are you? The fact that it gives prowess and then doubles the prowess trigger makes it super aggressive. Plus, you get to do like Panharmonicon-y things with it. Not enters triggers, but like, I guess it's really more roaming thrown things like attack triggers double. Any abilities are gonna double on the cards. So good, so good. Two-Headed Giant, yeah, Two-Headed Giant's interesting. The reprints are good. Like lots, I was surprised at how expensive some of these reprints are. Like, I didn't realize Last March of the Ents is like $40 now. Mithril Coat's like $30-40 now. A lot of those original Lord of the Rings cards, like obviously the One Ring's expensive, but like a lot of the other ones are pretty expensive too. Needles Gain for the 7th month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Jerry, thank you. I don't know about roll. What do you think of Inside Information? This one just came out yesterday. Inside Information, double black and X, sorcery, exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You can play those cards this turn and spend life rather than mana to cast them. So essentially, like a villainous wealth that's cheaper and better, except you have to spend life to cast the cards. Kind of like an outrageous robbery, but you gotta spend life and use the cards right away. It seems fun. It seems very fun. The worst part of the new sets is too many spoiler videos and not enough Seth playing cool Magic decks. Oh, sublime. Yeah, hopefully next year. Next year is going to be a little smoother. We're getting through this huge rush of spoilers. It's going to normalize a little bit. Honestly, like, it doesn't change the gameplay schedule that much. Like, a little tiny bit. Like, last Friday, we didn't have a gameplay video, but really it doesn't knock it down too much, hopefully. But yeah, I really like this set. I've been very impressed with the set. There was also one new card, let me see, that's not on the site yet. What do you think of here's the new spoiler, and then we'll get into the actual Magic. Where is this? Oh, the art on this card's so cool. Also, I'm curious what you think of this. Two topics, and then we'll get into the Magic playing while we wait for spoilers. So first, we have this Dancing from Dark to Dawn card. The art is so good. Like, it's so cute. This would make a great playmat. Like, just the bears. I would make a playmat. I would use a playmat with this. Like, I would love to have this art on something. It's just like so precious. The card itself, 5 mana. Mythic enchantment. When you cast a creature spell, put X +1/+1 counters at target creature you control, where X is the mana value of that spell. So it's kind of like, what is the card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction? It's a 4-drop plot thing. It's a 5/4 like Rhino. And when a creature enters, you put counters equal to its mana value, I believe. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that card. The art's so good. And then, when a land enters, you make a 2/2 green bear creature token. So we've seen a lot of enchantments that have that landfall trigger, but the fact you're adding power as you cast creatures seems like a lot of value. Like, it is a lot of value with really sweet art. Also, WotC's president stepping down on the 1st of September. I don't know what this means. Kind of interesting because they just posted like crushing finance results and like everything's kind of looking good for WotC and they're very hyped about it. So kind of odd to see the president. I guess they're moving to a new role as like an advisor or something, which I think is what happens a lot of times when someone like that moves on. Like, they're not just like, hard canning them or whatever. They're moving to another role as an advisor or something, but still interesting to see a change in leadership at the very top of the ticket. Hey, Seth and Chat, my new favorite way to spend my lunch break. Excited you're streaming on YouTube now. I am also excited that we're streaming on YouTube. And it took way too long, but we got there. Apparently, yeah, he's moving to an advisory role, I think it says. Where does it say that? He will continue to be employed with the company as an advisor. So I don't know what that means exactly, but it's bearable. They have not announced a replacement yet, not that I have seen. So we're gonna get a new president at WotC. I'm sure it doesn't change a whole lot, right? I'm sure it's gonna be mostly more of the same, but Magic is very interesting. Did you see the changes to Two-Headed Giant pre-release? Wait, what are the changes to Two-Headed Giant pre-release? I did not hear that. Hey Seth, can I send you a playlist of music related to the set? It would take 30 minutes to listen to. If you want to off stream at some point, yes, please, chomp chomp. I would love to. Is this music you made or music by someone else? I don't really care either way, but yeah, ship it over. I'd love to check it out. Maybe it even shows up in the background of a video or something. So anyway, let's do our reminders. Do you think there will be some rare land cycles in the set? I actually think the answer is no. So we've seen a utility land, right? We have seen a utility land, but remember the Hobbit is a small set. So we've seen a lot of cards already. I haven't looked at the number crunch, so I guess it's theoretically possible, but usually they spoil the land cycle early. So I am expecting no land cycle in this set. My expectation is no land cycle, which I think is fine. Like, we get the Lonely Mountain, which is a nice utility land. I wouldn't be shocked if there was another utility land or two, but I'm not expecting a dual land cycle. That would actually surprise me if we got to do a land cycle. Wait, we just have a new sub. Who's our new sub? Wait, I missed it. Oh no, oh no. And then we'll do our reminders and get into some magic. Who was our sub though? It was Streamlabs. Needlescane! Wait, was the Needlescane? McIntyre for the 80th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription. Thank you. All right, so reminders real quick. Reminders. Replay YouTube. As we invite all the old streams, including this one to the future. Normal YouTube. Spoiler content for the rest of the week. We had a best standard deck ever match yesterday. We have a hilarious Against the Odds deck coming out tomorrow. So tons of stuff on the YouTube. Also, Tomer's schedule's been kind of busy lately, so I'm going to be on a few Commander Clashes coming up. So if you've been missing me on Commander Clash, I think I'm filling in for Tomer like 3 weeks of the next month or something. So coming up in the next few weeks, gonna be on a lot of Commander Clash episodes. So keep an eye out for that if you are interested. A shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Maybe even Goldfish Shaker. Let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. So, what are we gonna start with playing? We're gonna start with a little bit of Pioneer. Why don't you play 4 Flibblethrips in the deck? It is legendary. So the idea of this deck, what are we trying to do with this ridiculous pile? And I will say this is not a deck that I built. This is one that I found. Someone else played it. So the idea of this deck is this. We are trying to get the big backsides of things like Velky Godalize, backside massive Tibalt Planeswalker, Gwen Stacy, we've seen this in Standard, right? Ghost Spider on the backside. Jennifer Walters gives you She-Hulk, this big 6/6 that deals damage when your stuff takes damage. We have Mila, which you can get Luke on the backside. Hexendan for the 2nd month. Woot to you. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription. Thank you. So why are we playing all these cards with relatively weak front sides? Also, we have Deadly Vanity, the backside of Selfless Gwyff Reaver, a big wrath. Why are we playing all these cards with relatively underpowered front sides, but very strong back sides? And the idea is, we're going to try to cheat them into play. So how do we cheat them into play? So first, we can just Collected Company. The problem with Collected Company, though, is it puts the front side into play. And we don't really want Jennifer Walters, or Valky, or Gwen Stacy. We want the back side. So the actual plan, we got a few ways to do this. The reason we're playing the deck is it's doing it with my buddy Flibblethip Lost on the Rage. So Flibblethip lets you plot cards from the top of your library, which means if we have any of these on the top of our library with a Flibblethip out, we can pay their mana cost, put them in exile, and then play it on the cheap the next turn, and we can play the backside. So we get this big, powerful backside for its front side cost. So Flibblethip can do it. I guess Immodane's Recruiter kind of falls over here because it can make some tokens. Kellen joins up, lets us essentially plot something from our hand mana value 3 or less. Then the next turn we can cast it and get the backside. So that's another way. We have Jace Reawakened, which lets us plot it on the card mana value 3 or less, play the backside. So that's the goal of the deck. We're like this weird Collected Company deck with Flibblethrips and Redanes and Kellens and Thalias, but also the possibility of just having a massive, huge threat on the battlefield, thanks to Flibblethip, thanks to Jace Reawakened. I have not played Pioneer in a minute. I do not know what the I've looked at the metagame page, but I have not played Pioneer in a minute. So I'm curious to see how this goes. It has been a while. Have any of you played Pioneer recently? What is the Pioneer hype level like at the moment? Let me see these Two-Headed Giant changes. I did not even see this. So 2 pre-release changes for Reality Fracture, and home pre-release no longer available Aw, wait. Okay. Oh, so you can still get the pre-release packs. I guess that's fine. I was sad because I was thinking I might actually want pre-release packs because then we could do like a goldfish pre-release or something. But I think that's fine. Like as long as you get the pre-release packs. Two-Headed Giant pre-release format update. So we're updating the product configuration for Two-Headed Giant pre-release events to bring them into alignment with our Two-Headed Giant sealed events, beginning with the fan manufacturer. Currently, each team receives 2 pre-release packs for the event and builds 2 decks of a combined pool. Beginning with the reality fracture, each team will receive 1 pre-release. Huh? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Wait, so are they saying, okay, so you get, instead of each getting a pre-release pack, if you go to Two-Headed Giant pre-release, you get 1 pre-release pack and 2 play boosters, and then you mash them all together and build 2 40-card decks? Why, though? Why? Okay, I guess they say why. Lower barrier to entry. It makes it cheaper. The total number of play boosters aligns with what they recommend for Two-Headed Giant Seal play. The updated Seal play makes card choices for the team more comparable to 1v1 pre... I don't know if I like that. I mean, I guess in some sense, I don't play Two-Headed Giant pre-release, so I guess I don't care a ton. But I feel like if I was going to Two-Headed Giant pre-release, I feel like I'd like that worse, right? I feel like I'd like that worse. I think I just want to open my own pre-release pack. I don't want to have to share it. Like, I know it's a team thing, but still, like, I kind of want my own pre-release pack. I don't want, you know, 1 and then some play boosters. Hey, what's up, Twitchy Theologian? Good to have you. Welcome to the stream. Technically, Pioneer is more cards. Play, you can play standard deck without getting punished. Pioneer, you can actually, I think you could take, maybe this would be a video. I don't know if anyone would watch it, but I'm pretty sure you could take a top-tier standard deck. And, ooh, wait, is this close? We have Callan joins up. Why are we playing Cavern in this deck? Oh, I think we got a mulligan. Oh, I think we must Are we in unranked? Did I click on unranked? Is this unranked, chat? This is unranked, isn't it? I don't see. Okay, hang on. Sorry, opponent. Sorry, opponent. Stone Rain, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you? I mean, I'm doing relatively well. I'm still this Twitter thing, my goodness. Still dealing with that. But other than that, I'm doing wonderful. He said that he dreamed the other night where I ran into filming a video with some sort of Naya Jide list in Modern. Actually, I've been thinking about Jide again because of that new dwarf, right? The dwarf that yeah, we want to be ranked. There we go. The dwarf that lets you equip things for 2 less. Now that we have that, along with the invitational card that does the same thing, maybe there might be some chance that we can actually do some Jite-ing. How was my brother's wedding? It was fun. It was fun. It was like in this castle. I still don't know why they have a castle where it was just in the middle of nowhere, but like a legit actual castle, that was kind of cool to see a castle. I skill slave Two-Headed Giant pre-release to my dad, and it really sucks. It also way worse for everyone that has to split card allocations. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, just because you're doing a Two-Headed Giant pre-release doesn't mean you don't want your own card. Leyline of the Void, huh? What is our opponent afraid of? Well, okay, sure. We'll play Urban Retreat. I moved fully to Blue Sky. I don't really use social media much. Yeah, I've heard people say that. Just like, oh, forget about it. But, like, the thing is, it's got all my stuff hooked up to it. It's not, if I was gonna, even if I did want to just leave Twitter and go someplace else, I wouldn't want to do it by getting my account hacked and then someone else, who knows, eventually using it to scam people or something with all the people that follow it. Like, so even if I was going to just leave Twitter, which I don't think is my plan, even though the situation has made me kind of sad that it's been so hard to resolve, but I would still want to try to fix it first, just because of that aspect. Oh, Mono Black Devotion. I do love Mono Black Devotion. Well, I got some bad news for you, opponent. Oh, wait. Not that bad of news, because we can't play Jace yet. We got to wait another turn. Yes. Hello, Liliana. Hello, Johnny. So what are they ramping into? Gary's? Probably Gary. Gifted Ether Board. Sure. That's fine. Opponent. Going to take down the Overlord of the Baelmerk. There's an Avatar's Wrath. Well, let's play Starting Town. I guess we just Coco here? We could, like, Skyclave something. We could... Oh, we still can't Jace. All right, let's just Coco. See what happens. Pass the turn. About it. My Discord account also got hacked, but that was a super easy fix. Like that was super easy. About the Twitter situation, have you been in? Nope, have not gotten in contact with a single human, which is kind of the crux of the issue, because I feel like it should be super easy to fix. Like, it should be super easy to fix. I just can't. I haven't figured out a way to talk to someone who can fix it. Oh, there's Swibblethip. There's Swibblethip. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. What's gonna be at the top for plotting? Found it. Getting in. Come on, something big on top. Something big on top. Sure, we'll take our beats. That's fine. Found it. Gonna kill the Callan. That's fine. Flibblethip lives. Flibblethip lives. We dropped to 18. Found it. Takes down the Overlord of the Bailmark. Top card. Not good. Okay, so what does this mean? So we can play Jace loot. Yeah, let's play Jace. We don't really have anything great to plot, so let's loot with Jace. Get rid of a starting town. Oh, what am I even supposed to name with Cavern? Human? Maybe human? Nobody in particular for the 20s. Actually, we gotta look at the deck list. What am I actually supposed to name here? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What are the backsides? So Tybalt doesn't matter. Luca doesn't matter. Gamma hero. Okay. Sure. You know what? I think we just name human. I'm not gonna name Gamma hero. All right, let's just name human. Human. And then we can Skyclave. I guess just get rid of a gifted Etherborn. And then chip in with Flibblethip past the turn. We need something big. We need something big. Flibblethip is what loot should have been. I love my Flibblethip. I would buy a Flibblethip plushie. I would consider it. I wouldn't buy a loot plushie, but I would consider a Flibblethip one. Found it. Gets in. Overlord of Bailmark ticking down. Top card of our library. Not helpful. Do we just keep Skyclaving? Is that what this game's about? Just Skyclaving again and again? The problem is eventually we're gonna Avatar's Wrath. And give back all the stuff? That seems kind of bad. And this is gonna come down. That's also a problem. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's train some troops. Make some tutus. Play the land. Tapped. Get in, hit ya. Found it. Back down to 20. Oh, chat. I was curious about this. So, one of the things that came up in the past week was D&D doing a crossover with World of Warcraft. And I am curious. We don't have any confirmation of this. That we know they're doing a... Oh my god. Well, that's awkward and a half.
I'm enjoying myself.
Meat Hook Massacre, eh? Ha. Oh, we did not play around the meatballs. I'm curious. I think World of Warcraft seems like a likely crossover. How successful would it be? I've never been a WoW player. I have managed to avoid becoming a WoW player because I'm sure I would get incredibly addicted and wouldn't see anyone for like 2 months if I started playing it. Like, would it be good? Oh god, this feels so bad. Alright, sure. Avatar's Wrath, slow things down. I mean, it would be successful, right? And the flavor is pretty good. I don't know much about Warcraft either, Thornblood. I'm kinda with you. Hey, what's up, King of Care Flowers? I'm kinda hoping. Oh no. Oh, we're getting super right. This is not even close. Not even, well, it was close until they meatballed us, but not close enough. Like, would you personally, yeah, I don't think we can come back from this. Would you personally be excited about Would you personally be excited about a Warcraft set? I feel like it would do well. And they promise more fantasy adjacent stuff next year, which makes me think that could be one of the sets. As long as we get a Leroy Jenkins. Wait, isn't Leroy Jenkins a Hearthstone card? I only know Leroy Jenkins from Hearthstone. Wait, is Hearthstone based on World of Warcraft? Wait a minute. Wait, is it? Is that where all the Hearthstone stuff comes from? Hang on. How did I not know this for the last 15 years? Shows how much I know about Warcraft. Oh, that's where it comes. Okay. Oh. That would probably fit fine in Magic. Oh, and Shieldred. Come on now. At least it's not the At least it's not the Star Trek one yet. Thank goodness.
This is fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Johnny Legend. Oh, there's our flip card, but it's too late to matter. Yes, we are super dead. Game two. I'm learning. What do we want against Bound of Black Devotion? Huh. So, we saw Leyline of the Void, Invoke Despair's kind of a nightmare, Bunch of Removal. The Knight of Autumn would be fine. We could bring in, I don't know if it's worth the Damping Sphere just for the Nykthos. Actually, we don't have a ton. We just want to do our thing. We got to do our thing faster. Like, we never found anything big to plot. I think that's the issue. I think that's the main issue. So I think we just go, like, down an Avatar's Wrath. Man, we don't even have, like, very clean removal. Down an Avatar's Wrath, up a Knight of Autumn, Tishana's Tidebinder, go down Kellen. Thalia seems fine. Snowlands enter... All right, Redain, we're going to go down Redain for now. Go up another Tidebinder. And so many Imadane's recruiters. Bring in another Knight of Autumn. And maybe... Ultima seems so bad to bring in. Let's run it like that. Cool to see you playing the Pioneer because I've been enjoying it recently. I haven't played it in a minute. I'm excited to see where the format is. Yeah, Tidebinder seems good. It shuts down Shieldred at least. It's a lot of lands. It's a whole lot of lands. But I like the Knight of Autumn. All right, we'll try it. I don't even know. Yeah, good against Meatball too. Like, it actually seems like one of our best cards in the matchup. Okay, chat, this came up on the podcast. We were talking about UB. Actually, I don't even know if it was on the podcast or if we were just talking about it before the podcast. Do you think they will do a Paw Patrol? Do you think they will do a Paw Patrol universes beyond? Do you think it would go... Is that fantasy adjacent? Just, hey, got him. Throw that duress away, Johnny. Throw it away. Another Knight of Autumn. Well, let's play the land. Get down the Sylvan Caryatid. Oh, I hope they don't do Pioneer Horizons ever. I think that would kill the format. All right, that one works. Thoughtseize for our opponent. Seth, do you think that Wizard should set standard to 2 years of... Wait, where's this question? 2 years of sets. I mean, that is my personal preference. If I had my choice, the answer would be yes. I think that would make standard better. Do I think they will do it? I am hopeful that they will do it eventually. Do I think they will do it, like, in the next 6 months? Not necessarily. I actually think in the back of my head that they have all these Marvel sets playing something big. Okay. This might not be enough because they're mono black and they have a ton of removal. However, I think we're going to plot a Jennifer Walters. Do a little plotting. Play a land. Run out the Knight of Autumn on defense. Put a couple counters on it so we got a blocker. And next turn, the sensational She-Hulk is coming. I mean, a Baby Shark Secret Lair drop would probably be the best-selling Secret Lair drop of all time. Do. I mean, parents wouldn't want to buy it, but they would have to. They wouldn't have a choice. They'd have to do it. Found it. Gonna make us sack the chase. It'll get stuck in your head. You'll never be able to let it go. Maybe they just need 5-year-old masters. Rather than just doing Paw Patrol and Baby Shark, maybe you put them all together and you just make a magic set for 5-year-olds. Untapped market. Untapped market. And plus, like, it's 2026. We're apparently teaching kids that gambling is an essential part of life. Why does everything come in a blind box now? Have you noticed that just like everything is a booster pack? Like life is a booster pack. I don't know if it's like, I think it's probably partly all the prediction markets and stuff normalizing it, but everything's a booster pack now. Life is a booster pack. Well, I guess we She-Hulk. Play the Plaza Heroes to defend the She-Hulk. Get in with the Knight of Autumn, hit you to 14 opponent. Can you beat a very angry green woman? About it. I mean, because of the Plaza, we're kind of safe, and we even have the Aang for more defense. I don't think Pioneer Horizons would kill the format as long as they don't repeat the mistakes with Modern and massively power keep each and every time a new one comes out. The thing is, Tuga Buddy, like, I don't know if I can envision them. Really? You're gonna go for that? Do we just Aang this? I kind of want to Aang this, but Aang's not doing anything. Yeah, maybe we just Aang the Baron Helmet Zemo. This actually seems good in Black Devotion. That is sweet. Opponent, gonna get rid of the Knight of Autumn. Sure. And plays a land, out of cards. Well, opponent. Aang is coming. Aang is coming for the Baron. So, my concern would be this. Huh? Wait. Do they have 15 mana value of black cards? There's no way. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my god, I should have Aanged it earlier. Wait, we're super dead. Wow. Honestly, so I've played against Baron Helmet Zemo a lot in draft, and I'd never considered that its ability could turn on. I didn't think it was actually possible for the ability to turn itself on. Alright, so we can Aang. Get rid of the Invoke Despair for now. Thoughtseize does nothing. Sack the carry added. Actually, no. Sack the Aang. I think we're still okay. I think the Aang saves us, because now we just eat the Baron Helmet Zemo. Send 5 at your face. Wait, do we ever, does that card just suck? They did the Baron Helmet Zemo thing, and I don't think it's enough, don't it? Down to 1. Down to 1. We got the Plaza of Heroes. Oh, opponent. Found it. Man, we might have to play Mono Black Devotion with Baron Helmet Zemo, and opponent scoops it up. That was actually sweet. I don't even consider that Baron Helmet Zemo could do that because it's so many black pips, but apparently in Black Devotion, it is actually real. Now we got to play Black Devotion. Wait, why haven't we been playing more Pioneer, chat? Why have we not been playing more Pioneer? Actually, we're one match in. Wait until we have to play Vivi all the time or something. Wait, we won though. Like, it was still a punt. It wasn't. We should have bounced it. Actually, no, I'm a genius. We played it perfectly. We wanted to bait them into exiling their graveyard, chat. Why not sacrifice the carry head instead of Aang? It's a 1-turn clock instead of 2. Yeah, that would have made more sense. I was thinking we wanted the mana to cast something big, but you are right with it being a 1-turn clock. It would have been better to do it the other way. I have not watched the IRL. One. Richard is not convinced. It's funny, whenever we do a podcast, Richard's like, oh, Avatar, IRL is so good. And Kerm's like, oh, no. So I'm not sure. Is it actually good? Like, should I watch it? That was a fun. I would agree with that. Oh, what I was going to say, Tuga Buddy. So my concern with Horizon sets is I'm not sure it's possible. I mean, anything's possible. Practical. Let's say practical. I'm not sure it's practical for Wizards to make a master set that isn't massively power creepy, because I think that that's what they need to do, or feel that they need to do, to be able to sell this set. So it's hard for me to imagine they do Pioneer Masters, and they're like, oh, we're going to do Pioneer Masters. We're just going to make it so tame that, you know, the cards will be kind of fringe and won't really see that much play, but it'll be safe and it won't hurt anything. That's what I'm not really expect. I don't know if they can do that, because I don't think they'd sell it, right? I don't know if they could sell it without the power creep. So that would be my concern, is I think, oh, this game might be over kind of quick. That would be my concern. Well, we're just going to play this little Jace Reawakened. And I think we do a little plotting. We might plot a Valky God of Lies. I have bad news, opponent. You better have that Shieldred's Edict, because we have a free Valky coming next turn, opponent. Not even hitting the Jace. Hits us down to 18. Gains back a bit of life. Ooh, and a Tidebinder too. Well, in that case, I think we play the Plaza. An opponent scoops it up. Master sets are great. Master sets are great. Master sets are just all reprint sets, right? Like that would Pioneer Masters 100%. I'm really missing master sets. Like, I feel like that's one of the downsides of the era we're in, is I haven't had room or the desire to make master sets. And master sets help keep card prices down, and we've been missing that, right? There's a reason that Mox Opal is as expensive as it is, and Shieldred isn't expensive. I know we're getting a reprint in Star Trek, but like, so yes, master sets, Horizon sets where they make new cards, those are the ones, I think that's what I'm skeptical of in Pioneer. Like, the one thing I like about Pioneer, one of the things I like about it, is I feel like it is one of the only formats where you can actually realistically just play your old standard decks. And I think it's good that we have an Eternal format that is not influenced by Horizon sets, because I do think it is important, like, especially now with Magic being so expensive, right? Like, with Magic being so expensive, I think it's important that there is a place where people can play with their own cards, that in 60 card formats, not just Commander. And I think Pioneer is the format that does that the best at this point. So I would hate to lose that. We'll keep the, yeah, let's keep the Avatar's Wrath. The plan might be to play this and then Avatar's Wrath it. Do you think a smaller standard would be a cheaper standard? No, not really. Like, no, I don't think that standard being smaller would have a super major impact. Yeah, let's just play the Plains and pass. I don't think it would have a super major impact on card prices. Like, I think it would also be expensive. Seth, the Star Wars U Galactic Championship just occurred. A control deck won. Caneblade, similar to Izzet. Maybe Izzet's just good in every. Oh, this might actually be an important naming against this control deck. Homunculus, human. It's got to just be human, right? It's got to be human. Let's just go human. So Cavern on human. Pass the turn, leave up the Aang, I think. Magic has become a luxury product for streamers, influencers, and millionaires. I mean, I don't know if you saw this. Like, we talked about this on the podcast yesterday. There was actually a quote. I wonder if I can find the quote again. Here, let me hang on. Let me pull this up. Here's the quote, because actually Wizards CEO kind of just said that. What is the quote? This is from, I think, the last 2 earnings calls. But one of the topics we were talking about was, has Magic become a luxury hobby? Yeah, I think we just Coco while we can, while our opponents tap down. Let's go Flibblefip. Imodane's Recruiter, get in there. Grenade on top, smack ya, found it, down to 10. So here was the quote. Stronger spending by high-income consumers helped offset Hasbro's weak demand from low-income households. And the top 20% of households in terms of wealth are really driving a lot of demand. So I believe this was split up between 2 earnings calls this year, but I think you're correct. Like, Magic is becoming more and more of a luxury hobby. Oh, we get to do the Flibblethip thing. Here it is, chat. We get to do it. Look at this. We get to plot the Jennifer Walters for 2 mana. And then we can, I guess, play Gwen's. Actually, no, we don't want to play. Do we want to play that? Let's play the Urban Retreat. Yeah, let's play Gwen Stacy in case we end up Avatar's Wrathing. I mean, this might be kind of working-ish. Oh, wait, am I? Wait, what's so loud? Am I so loud? Do we have a loudness? Do we have a loudness issue? Oh, sometimes arena sound effects get randomly super loud. I don't even know why, but sometimes some sound effects are so loud. Hey, what's up, Lester Klondike? Hey, I'm new to the stream. I just want to pop in and say I'm loving the best standard deck ever series. Well, thank you, Buster. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I love making it. I really do. So, chat, what do we do about that? Like, Magic getting more expensive, becoming more of a luxury/rich person hobby. What is our solution as average everyday people? Is it like play Pauper? Is it Proxy? Is it play something else? Is it budget commander decks? Budget standard decks? That's the other thing that makes me sad. You probably noticed, like, budget Magic doesn't come up nearly as much as it used to, which is partly because of best standard deck ever just eating into one of our slots when we post stuff. So it's partly that, but it's also that it's just gotten way harder to build budget decks. Like, when I started doing budget decks in 2015, I felt like I could build, I'm not tier 1 or anything, but I felt like I could build from standard back to modern decks that were $100 or less, and you could go to an F&M with and kind of keep up. Like, some were better than others, obviously, but you could build a pretty functional deck, and I feel like that's just gotten more and more difficult over the past decade as prices go up and single prices go up. Arena came around and kind of shifted the economy on its head, where, like, what matters is rarity rather than card prices. So I found it got way and way harder to be able to build actual budget decks. Cockatrice. I used to be a Cockatrice player. I've talked about that before. On downtime, Moto downtime on Wednesdays. You gotta go Cockatrice it if you're a real Magic addict. Did you see that Dane's company looks like you? Oh wait, it looks like me. Do we have another Saffron Alice fighting? Let me see. Dane's company. Oh, okay. Actually, wow, look at that hair. I wish my hair was that impressive. Okay, so I guess I look like a dwarf. You are not wrong. That actually, how's the border with this one look? Okay, well, the beard's good. The beard's good. All right, I'll accept that. I will sign your Dane's company if you want me to. I'm fine with that. Okay, so how do we do this? I think what we do, I think we Avatar's Wrath, keep the Flibblethip, pick 'em up. Please don't spell pierce. Pick 'em up. Hold, please. Okay. Pick 'em up. Sensational She-Hulk. Land. Flibblethip beatdown hit ya. Opponent down to 9. Opponent down to 9. They can replay their Archfiends. Wow, so many Archfiends. Another Archfiend to the draw. It's not gonna be enough. Not gonna be enough. Opponent gonna turn. Maybe it will be enough. On second thought, maybe that's why they're playing all of those. Huh. Okay, so if you missed what happened there, we got wombo comboed. So I was wondering why they're playing so many Archfiend of the Drosses. They look really bad. This isn't an Archfiend of the Dross beatdown deck. They are trying to give us an Archfiend of the Dross with Metamorphic Alteration. However, Archfiend of the Dross gets its counters when it enters, which means we just die in our upkeep. Man, we were doing the cool things too. Opponent. Budget Magic is the best outside of organized play. 60 card kitchen table style, so very affordable. You just play stuff from a couple years back. Corey Steelcutter down to $5 a pop at instances. That is an interesting point, Buster. I'm actually, yeah, my Twitter is still down. Oh, I'm getting to the point. I'm still working on it. If it doesn't come back in the fairly near future, then I'm probably just gonna have to start another one, which I've really been trying to avoid, but it's eventually gonna come to that. Or just becoming a TikToker. I might just become a TikToker. I might just forget all that boomer social media. I'll be a TikToker now. Does this interaction work with Phage? No, because Phage is an enters trigger. Yeah. I mean, Blue Sky is that is an option. I could use that more. It's just Blue Sky's so small compared to other social media, but it is nice that there's a decent chunk of the Magic community there. What about an Instagrammer? How about an Instagrammer? A MySpacer? Oh wait, we need to actually sideboard here, don't we? Maybe a MySpacer. Can you still log into MySpace? Is that still a thing? Like, is that still even a thing that exists? I was actually, now that you bring up Casual Magic, I'm actually super curious. Do you think there's any world where you would watch Casual Magic content? Like, because that's a very good point that you bring up, right? Like, it's a very good point that you bring up, that's how a lot of people play Magic. Like, that is how a lot of people play Magic these days, is casual on the kitchen table. I wonder though, would people watch? Would it work for content? Like, it's fun to play. Like, I remember some of my most fond memories of playing Magic in my entire life were playing casually with my friends when I just started. Like, that was some of the all-time peak Magic for me, was playing these horrible decks with my friends. The rules were bad, the deck building was bad, but it was so much fun. I'm just not sure if it translates to, I don't know if it would translate to content or not. That would be sweet though. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like, it's fun to play, but you might not enjoy watching. It's kind of like baseball. Yeah, let's just play this Fox. Get out Mila. All right, opponent. Don't attack our Planeswalkers, or else. I built Rakdos Vampires. My brother built 4 Soul Ring of Chroma. That's peak Casual Magic. Oh, yeah. I remember building my charge counter deck with a bunch of Mirrodin cards. It was so bad, but I loved it. Trying to pull off this crazy interaction. Man, I wish we could cast this Collected Company. I guess we have to Jace. And then plot with Jace. Plot the Gwen Stacy. Hey, I mean, pass the turn. Which editors adding card images on screen? Wait, what are we talking about? Card images on screen for what? Ooh, Narset. That is, I mean, some people love baseball. That is true. I wasn't meaning to diss baseball. I just personally find baseball boring to watch. I find baseball to be one of those sports that's like fun to play, but boring to watch. Well, we probably need to kill this Narset, right? So I think we tick up to plot. Drawing his Valky is kind of insane. So we can plot the Valky. Then we play the Ghost Spider for free. Go to combat, kill you, we gotta kill Narset. Yeah, we gotta kill Narset. Kill the Narset. Hit you to 16. Pass the turn. Valky come in next turn. Opponent, Adepts. Casual Magic is much more about personality than gameplay. I guess I call Casual Magic, I guess that Casual Magic against anonymous arena players wouldn't be good content. I agree with that. But what if it was like best standard deck ever? What if it was like that? What if it was me against Richard or Phil or Krim? But rather than playing the best standard decks of all time, it was 4 Soul Ring of Chroma or something. Like, I wonder if that would work. I have tried to build a cube multiple times. I get inspired, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna build a cube. It's gonna be awesome. I get inspired, I start doing it, and then I very quickly end up stalling out and just have a big box full of cards and never complete it. It would be sweet though. Oh, I'd love to have a cube. Well, let's play the Tibalt. Let's tick up, see what we can find. We find a land. Let's loot with the Jace. I really want a green. There's a green source. Get rid of a Skyclave apparition. Yeah, I think we gotta play the Triumph. We need the green mana. Go to combat, get in, hit you. I mean, things are looking kind of good right now. I don't think they can combo kill us yet. Opponent's down to 7. 2 Planeswalkers in play. Avatar Wrath at the ready. Opponent untaps. Passing? Wait, you're just passing? Oh, that probably means dying. Opponent gonna go to 5. Okay. Opponent discarding the hand size. Well, the Metamorphic Alteration is not as scary right now. Well, let's tick up this Tibalt, see what we can find. Maybe a counter spell for protection. Path of Peril in Flibblethip. Well, let's play the land. Ghost Spider actually kind of synergizes pretty well with this Tibalt. Go to combat, get in, hit you. And, oh, well, opponent's just dead. Hey, BP, I love you too. My question is, could you and the crew still play casual Magic, or would the inner spike be too powerful? I think that's actually one of the things, right? When I think about the casual days, and I get in my head and I'm like, how do I go back there? How do I go back to that time? I don't know if I can, because, and not even in a pro style way, but I think I'm just too good at Magic now, if that makes sense. Not that I'm like LSV, I don't mean it that way, but just like, I think part of the joy of being a casual when you first start is you're discovering everything, right? You're discovering everything's new, everything's exciting, everything's fresh. You've never thought this way before, or put these 2 cards together before. And I'm not sure how you exactly recapture that after playing the game for 15, 20, 25 years. Like, I don't know if you can go back. I don't know if it's possible. I think you're just in a different place. So I think that would be one of the big challenges. Like, how would I get back to that place? Could I even build a casual deck, or would I just be LARPing if I tried to build 4 Soul Ring of Chroma? Could I actually build casual 4 Soul Ring of Chroma at this point, or would it naturally not be that because I've been playing too long? Very interesting questions. You almost never name your decks, and sometimes check your untapped profile for deck ideas. It's all new deck. You know what? I will try to do better at that. I know I don't do that. It is all new deck, whatever. I should do a better job. Of naming them. And that's why people love watching people new to the game. They love to play. They get a bit of that feeling from them. I think that's probably true. I think that actually is probably true. Hey, love from the US. Good to see you, Philly. Welcome to the stream. I've been thrilled. It's been awesome. It's been awesome to have the stream on YouTube. I think it's worked really well. It's been fun. There's been new people that haven't seen the stream before discovering it, which has been sweet. Card Market has done a really fun video in the past where each of the 4 players has a really bad card they need to build around and have like 30 minutes to build a deck. Oh, I don't know if I've seen the really bad card version, but I've seen some of those before where they got people running around trying to get cards and like put it together super quick. It's a cool concept. Definitely a cool concept. Do we want to play something here? It would be Jennifer Walters. Do we care about that? I guess it shuts down counters. Or we play a tap land. You know what? Let's play old Jenny. Get down Jennifer Walters. Hey Seth, I sent an email to Goldfish contact because there's a website that shows if a creator's videos have been stolen for Gen AA models, and I have found both the main and commander channels have. Oh, dumb foolery. I don't know anything about that. Could you also, by any chance, send it to me, Seth, or saffronolive@mtgoldfish.com? Either one works. I would actually like to look that over because I haven't heard anything about that. Well, get in and hit ya. And let's just play a land and... Man, I feel like we're about to get Wrath. We're going to play Flibblefip, though. Get on the Flibblefip, pass the turn. Oh, building decks out of the jank you get from collection buys. I mean, to me, that's how I remember playing casual. Like, part of... It's so different now. It's so different because now I have access to every card I want, right? Like, if I need it on Arena, I just buy it. If I need it in paper, I can borrow it or whatever, figure out a way to get it. But part of the challenge of casual deck building was I couldn't do that. I didn't know there were local game stores where I could go buy singles. So I just had a big box of Magic cards that came from my roommate's parents' house, and we'd build that. Those were the cards that existed, right? Were the cards in that box. And it might be one of those restrictions breed creativity kind of things because I had so much fun building decks out of that box. Like, it was an absolute blast to build decks out of that box. Ooh, old theme decks could be cool. Oh, I wish I could find my old my old first deck list. I don't think it exists. Like, I didn't know about the Magic internet or anything. Ooh, Jace. So we can plot a Jace? Well, let's plot the Jace. Play the Urban Retreat. Play the Mila. If you want to counter it, that's fine. And beat you down with Flibblefip. Down to 14. I wonder if we should be leaving up Aang. Like, maybe we should be leaving up Aang every time so we can bounce our own Archfiend if they pull off the combo. Because with this Mila out, it might... let's see if we get punished for this. Like, maybe it was a mistake to play Mila because these both have Ward or Hexproof. So in theory, if they go land... Archfiend, Metamorphic on Mila, we die, and the Aang can't save us? Well, instead, our opponent's just gonna deadly cover up, Wrathaway our board. Oh, they exiled the Flibblefip! The respect for the Flibblefip. This is a Flibblefip. That's how you know. When your opponent chooses to Cranial Extract a card, that's how you know they respect the theme of the deck. What's up, Golden Dragon? How are you? Good to see you. I would 100% watch you playing old theme decks. For me, it'd be very nostalgic. That is kind of an interesting idea. What's your favorite card from The Hobbit? Do you think Nazgul will come back? Watching in Australia at 2 a.m. Wow, that is some commitment. Hello from the U.S. at noon-ish. Favorite card from The Hobbit? Oh, I really like a lot of cards from this set. I'm very intrigued by I think Belladonna Took is high in my list. I'm very excited to build a token deck around Belladonna Took. I think it might actually be pretty sweet. Opponent's gonna... Okay, sure. We will pay for the Spell Pierce. We will start ticking up this Jace, doing a little bit of looting. More Jaces. I guess we get rid of the Jace. Pass the turn. Leave up the Aang that our opponent knows about. So it might be Belladonna Took. But really, Elrond, I'm very, very interested in. I think the new Golem's good. The Equipment Dwarf theme, I want to try to build around. For being a small set, there's actually a surprising amount of stuff that I want to do with it. Opponent gonna get in. We're not going to Aang the Mutavault at the moment. Opponent passes. We draw Plaza. All right, this time I think we just plot. Let's plot the Imodane's Recruiter. Set up to make some tokens next turn. Plotting Plaza, pass the turn. I mean, what's your all's favorite card from the set? What are you most excited about? If the new elf is not enough to make elves good, because it is kind of absolutely the perfect card for standard elves. It fills the graveyard. It solves the issue of running out of cards. If that's not enough to make elves good, then elves just, I don't think, can be good. Like, that card is, you almost cannot draw up a more perfect card for the standard elf deck. Ooh. Well, I think we wait. We could just play the Valky. I think it's better just to plot it and then Valky next turn. So let's plot the Valky. Make the tokens. Imodane's Recruiter. And here comes the beatdown. Get in, hit, you pound it. Gonna cut down the Recruiter. I mean, that's still 6. That's still 6. Opponent's gonna drop to 8. What do you think about inside information? I think the card can work in standard because of all the 1 and 2 drops. Besides, like, Revelation, but then you gain the life back. I think that it is interesting. The ceiling is super high. The ceiling is, like, super win the game high. The question is it going to get stuck in your hand too much? Like, standard is very aggressive. The thing I worry about the most is more like, am I just going to be at too low of a life total to make this work? Huh. I mean, we got to just bounce the demon token, right? I mean, our opponent has to know that we're going to do this. This does leave us without an answer to the combo. Opponent going to turn on the Mutavault, but they don't have Unholy Annex open. Well, I mean, Valky, here it comes. If they tap out, we kill him with Aang, right? We kill him with Aang. Opponent's going to negate. Okay, well, I mean, it all comes down to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This attacks for 5. Yeah, I mean, we got to do it. We got to do it. Aang win? Aang, is it your last spell a removal spell? We flip him. That looks like 8. That looks like 8. Go to combat, get in. Opponent says GG. Counters on the dorks. Counters on the dorks. And Xaxes. And that was a pretty good win for our deck. That was a pretty good win. Inside information. I like the card. I think it's very cool. Like, it's a very, very cool design. Is it gonna be fast enough in our powerful standard? Oh, wait, we have new cards. We have a new card. We have a new card. We have a new rare. We have 2 new rares. Oh boy, we're gonna have a big spoiler day today once we're done. This card's sweet. I like this card. All right, what are these new rares? Most decrepit old bird. All right, that is a pretty decrepit bird. It is 1 mana for a 1/1 flyer. If you have Threshold, it gets +1/+1, so it can become a 2/2 flyer. And then it's got a adventure mode. 2 mana sorcery for Speak Secrets. Mill 4, then put an instant sorcery card from among them into your hand. Oh, we had this card basically, right? Like, it's the fairy. We had a 2 mana fairy. It's Picklock Prankster. It's Picklock Prankster, but the spell side's 1 mana. Or the creature side's 1 mana. It is a sorcery rather than an instant. Probably an upgrade though, right? It's probably... It made my mom into a card. I will not tell her you said that. Oh, that's hilarious. I think it's probably an upgrade, right? It's probably an upgrade. At least a side grade. I like it. I like it. And then this card, we saw the beard, but what does it actually do? 2 mana, Emboros, red and white, dwarf warrior. This creature has lifelink as long as you control another dwarf. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may... Oh, that card's actually great in a dwarf deck. Grab a dwarf for equipment, put it in your hand. Like, 2-drop that cycles, maybe gains lifelink. That actually is like a solid dwarf deck. So a side grade. So, let's see. The other card was... Picklock Prankster. So a side grade is 2 cards that are similar, but you're not sure which one is better than the other. So, like, you have upgrades where, like, the new version is actually better than the old version. You have a downgrade where the new version is worse. A side grade is like, they're maybe the same. Like, in this case, so Picklock Prankster, 2 mana, 1/3 Flying Vigilance, Adventure Mode, 2 mana, instant, mill 4, put an instant sorcery or fairy from among them in your hand. Most Decrepit Old Bird. So on Most Decrepit Old Bird, you have 1 mana instead of 2 mana. So the creature side, I would say, score 1 for the Most Decrepit Old Bird. What a funny sentence to say on repeat. But score 1 there. Like, I think it's better as a creature than Picklock Prankster. On the other hand, its spell mode being sorcery rather than an instant means it's weaker there. When you add that all together, maybe they're roughly comparable in power level, which would make it a side grade. 6, 7. That's so 2025 Stone Rain. I learned that from my little nephew Jax. He had his birthday party. His birthday party last week, turning 7, and my sister wanted me to do was like, oh, you can do a 6-7 birthday party, right? Because you're 6, turning 7, and you're like, Mom, that's so 2025. Yeah, the dwarves. I'm gonna be interested to see if dwarves. Yeah, maybe Picklock's still better. Like, I do see people cast Free the Fae quite a bit at instant speed. Like, being instant speed is relevant, but 1 mana creature rather than 3 mana creature. I think it's close. Oh boy, control maybe? Found it leads on a deserted beach tapped. You don't really play Prankster for the creature side, though. It's mostly been in combo decks. That is true. Mostly played for graveyard filling. But in a deck like Phoenix, like, how much does being instant speed matter on the spell side? Like, I feel like Phoenix, because you want Phoenix to come back main phase anyway, that maybe this is essentially the same, because most of the time you're going to cast it during your pre-combat main phase anyway, and then you just get a cheaper creature out of it. But that is a good point. No one's playing either of those creatures because... Oh, we gotta run out Thalia. Hope it resolves. No one's playing either one of those creatures because the creature mode is really good. Like, that is true. You can't Most Decrepit Bird into more Most Decrepit Birds. Also, like, I'm not complaining. I'm thankful, but shouldn't this be legendary? If it really is the Most Decrepit Bird in the multiverse, I think that would make it legendary. There can't be another one, right? WotC stream in 53 minutes, 1 Eastern time. Now let's just play Sylvan Caryatid. Are we just gonna get countered into oblivion? All right, that resolves. Play the Triumph, pass the turn. So for the WotC stream, we will put the WotC stream on and see. It says they're spoiling stuff there. If they're gonna do like a half hour talking about nothingness and then show one spoiler, we'll probably go off of it. If they're actually doing spoilers though, we'll watch the spoilers part for sure. And then I'll do a spoiler video after. I think that Verges are hiding the real price of Standard. The price of Verges make up a lion's share of fair decks in Standard. I mean, Verges in specific or just lands in general? Like, Verges, honestly, I've seen a lot of people complaining about the cost of Standard mana bases. And Standard is undoubtedly too expensive. No argument there. I definitely think Standard would be better cheaper. Man, Riverpire Verge is pretty expensive, isn't it? It's 20 bucks a copy. I feel like this is kind of normal though, like in a bad way. This is normal. I feel like in my entire time of playing Magic, it's pretty common. Yeah, let's play Flibblethip, see if it gets countered. It's pretty common that lands are the most expensive part. It is one of the, I would say, the flaws of Magic as a game. I think it's a flaw for players. I don't think Wizards considers it that, because I think they like it. Labrador, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank ya. And Lippy, welcome you as well. Thank you for you. I feel like I missed a sub. Oh, maybe Jeffrey Polly, welcome you as well. Big super for you. But I think one of the issues with Magic is the game intentionally makes the lands expensive. They print them at a higher rarity than they need to be, and I think lands are one of the things that make Magic's unique. But then you end up in this weird place where the boringest cards in your deck, the nuts and bolts that just make the game function, end up being the most expensive cards. And I don't think that feels very good, especially to new players. Like, new players, if you're gonna go build a deck, I don't think you want to go out and spend the most money on a Verge, right? You want to spend that on some flashy bomb, some cool thing that does something, not essentially a basic land that costs $20 or something that does the same as a basic land but costs $20. So I think that is a flaw. I mean, I guess we just play this? No, that's crazy. I mean, we're staying alive because our opponent is completely unable to hit land drops. Somehow. You know what? I think we do play Skyclave. Just have a little bit more pressure. And we'll play this on... Oh, God, I don't know. Let's say... I don't think it really matters. Let's say red tap. Pass the turn. I disagree with this as well. Shocklands are going to be in standard until 2029. They go in everything. They're among the best lands ever printed. They're useful in multiple formats. They're reprinting them a lot. I mean, I'm glad they are reprinting the shocks. That is good. But mana pieces are still expensive, right? Even with the cost of shocks. The thing is, like, when it comes to the cost, it just feels unnecessary to me. Like, I understand, especially now that I play more limited. I understand. Well, let's just keep plotting. Wait, can we not? Oh, we can't plot off. Oh, I had to. Okay. That might have been a punt. We could have mana confluence. I was thinking that we could use this for white mana, but we're not casting the legend. We are plotting. An opponent just cannot hit a land and scoops it up. Yeah, the YouTube messages pop up on delay. I've been trying to make chat work on both. Hopefully it works pretty well. You can't type. I can see you typing, Marcus. I don't know. I'm not sure about the delay. That might be something to do with having both chats hooked up. I'll have to look into it if it continues to be an issue. But the thing with lands is, right, they don't need to be expensive. Like, I can understand if you need to print Planeswalkers at Mythic, because Planeswalkers are really good in Limited, or Wraths, you want it rare, because if, you know, Damnation was an uncommon, it would just show up way too much in Draft. It wouldn't be fun. But lands, I feel like lands, you could put them at common and it would be fine. Like, if shock lands were common, it wouldn't make Limited meaningfully worse, or at least uncommon. I don't think it would make Limited meaningfully worse. If anything, maybe you'd have more like multicolored decks, but like, it wouldn't be a huge issue, I don't believe. So it just seems unnecessary for lands to be so expensive. Like, I think lands being expensive and being at higher rarity pretty much really only benefits Wizards, because if they're expensive, they sell packs more. But I don't think it benefits players in really any way that I can think of. Everyone just play 5-color soup. Do you think it would have, I don't think it would have that big of a difference, really. Like, if you do a Marvel Superheroes draft, people pick the tapped dual lands that are common at roughly the same rate as the rare dual lands. Like, I think if you replace the common tapped gain of life duels with shock lands in a limited set, I don't think it would actually play that much differently, honestly. The new Gandalf is super sweet. Is really sweet. Tabernacle. Tabernacle needs to be high rarity. That is... Tabernacle, that should probably be a mythic. That should probably not even exist. That land is ridiculous. Lowering the rarity would liquidate reprint equity, so they ain't doing it. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that one of the upsides of the UB era is maybe they create so many more expensive cards thanks to all the new cards they're printing that the reprint equity they're a little more generous with and a little more open to using it. I think that would be a positive. Yeah, Pauper, that would actually be a concern. That is a good point. Like, if you put the shock lands at common, that would have a major impact on Pauper. They'd probably have to ban them. Or I guess you could just put them at uncommon as a workaround, which would also potentially be fine. So if we play this, it dies, but we plot a Velky. You know what? I think it's better just to Coco. Let's just Coco, see what we can see. How about a... Ooh, oh, this is cute. Check this out. Check this out. Jennifer Walters, Aang Swift Savior. Whatever will we airbend? How about a Jennifer Walters? Let's get that in exile. Past the turn. Opponent, the She-Hulk is coming. Do you think that every format should have a format panel? I kind of feel like the best way to manage Magic right now is to have a format panel for every format. Like, replicate the success of Pauper, but bring it to Standard, Modern, Legacy. Give players more of a voice. Give players more of a voice in their in the bannings. Ah, yeah, we don't have a Bruce. We could have a Bruce banner in this deck. We probably should have a Bruce banner in the deck. Let's play a Jace. I feel like we're actually in a pretty bad spot here already, just because, I mean, there is a Teferi. It turns out that life is a lot harder when your opponent is hitting their land drops. We were doing so well when our opponent was brutally mana screwed, but now it's all falling apart. Get in, hit the Teferi. Even if we play cool things, they're just gonna... Oh, they're just gonna Teferi it. Well, let's plot the Velky. Play the Trio. Do we even play the She-Hulk? Like, I feel like it just gets countered or it dies. Do we want to pressure them with the She-Hulk? And then what do we do next turn? Next turn we can, like, Jace, Velky, Aang. Let's wait. We're gonna wait a turn. I'm so baffled by the fact that someone from Wizards, as busy as Gavin, must be running the Pauper panel for all formats. Is a Pauper play? I love it, but I don't get it. It is funny. I think it honestly is that Gavin's just actually really a big fan of Pauper. Like, I think it is an organic, authentic thing. Yes, yeah. Hawkinson. If I miss one of your questions, just keep asking. Like, don't spam the chat, you know, just repeating 11111. But like, if I miss it, just ask again. Like, that's, you're not gonna get in trouble. That's, I would prefer if I miss a question, just ask again and I'll try to answer it. What kind of deck is this? We are playing Pioneer today, and we are playing a deck that's looking to use Flibblethip and Jace Reawakened to plot things with expensive backsides like Velky and Jennifer Walters, so we can cast the really busted backsides on the cheap. So that is the overall goal of the deck. Right now, we're kind of getting locked by a Teferi, which is super obnoxious. So I think what we do here is first, we play the Jennifer Walters. So our opponent, if they don't counter this, they can't cast spells during the turn, and we're clear to play the Velky. I mean, it probably all ends with a Wrath anyway, but I think this is our best bet to try to get this Tybalt down. If we can get down the Tybalt, we got a shot. Like, the Tybalt... Whoa! Okay. Huh. So, unexpected. Well, in that case, how about a free Tybalt Cosmic Imposter? We know our opponent's not going to interact with it because they can't cast spells during our turn. And then we...
Let fire rage within your heart.
And then we just tick up Tybalt? Yeah, let's tick up Tybalt. Come on, Teferi removal. Supreme Verdict in another Velky.
I'm not nice.
Alright. Well, I guess we pass the turn and see what happens. Do you think Mythic Bilbo to impact Standard? Let me look at Mythic Bilbo again. I haven't thought about this card in a minute, because this was one of the very early spoilers. Ooh, okay, wait. Shark Typhoon. Yeah, I think we just Aang the Shark. We'll get rid of the shark token. So Bilbo. Bilbo, Thief in the Night. 2 mana, 2/2. So Grizzly Bear. So many good Grizzly Bears in this set. Oh, no, we wanted that opponent. Oh, my God, and a Supreme Verdict. Oh, life is bad. Life was good, and now it's bad. And it's probably going to be bad forever, because they have a lot of counter spells. Oh, all right. Well, okay. Okay. What does this mean? How do we not just die to this Tibalt? Well, let's play a J, see if we can loot. We really need to continue to hit our land drops here. So loot with Jace. We hit a Gwen Stacy. Well, play the carry added. I forgot how much I hated Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. I forgot how annoying this card is. It's so good. All right. Collected Company Tron, Best Tron. So Bilbo, 2 mana 2/2 in blue. Spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 1 less to cast. When it attacks you, an exile an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell from your graveyard. If instant or sorcery was exiled this way, or wait, no. You may cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery from your graveyard. If you cast instant or sorcery, it goes to exile instead of the graveyard. Maybe. I think it is not impossible. It reminds me of Dreadhorde Arcanist. Dreadhorde Arcanist, very good card. So I'll play back to Pioneer and Modern. It reminds me of that. There's some twists. Arcanist let you cast the thing for free. This gives you the cost reduction. Bilbo lets you hit its artifacts. Arcanist had 3 toughness. It was a 1/3 rather than a 2/2. I think the challenge is, and I think there's a chance it sees play, but the challenge is it dies to Badger Mole removal. So that's a little awkward. It doesn't protect itself in any way. You need to play it and attack with it. And you need to be able to attack with a 2/2. And it's nice that you can like attack and flashback a removal spell. That's what we saw Dreadhorde Arcanist do. I will say I think there's a shot. Although out of the busted 2-drops, I would rank it behind, like, I think Gollum is going to be better in Standard. I think Gollum's actually kind of busted. I think that the Queen of Dale is actually kind of busted and probably even stronger in Standard. And I think Belladonna took also kind of busted. It might be better in Standard. So I think Bilbo's got a shot, but I would rank it like 4th among the Grizzly Bears as far as how likely it is to see play in Standard. Well, let's do some plotting. We can get this this Gwen Stacy plotted. And then I guess we start firing off Cocos and seeing what we can see. Our opponent knows about one of them. Opponent has a Tishana's Tidebinder. Okay. Not great. Not great. Well, let's crack a map. Mill that. Crack a map. Find a land. Alright, well, we've built a mighty Sylvan Carry at it. Oh, we kind of needed that Jace, though. That was a good Tishana's Tidebinder for our opponent. That was a pretty good Tidebinder. Opponent's gonna start drawing some cards, unfortunately. We have about 40 minutes until the spoiler stream, by the way. 40-ish minutes. Do you think that Wizards' intention, with how powerful Standard is, now that the Shocklands are legal all the time... Wait, do you think Wizards' intention, with how powerful Standard is now, to have Shocklands legal all the time, especially since they are reprinted in Star Trek? I don't think they'll be legal literally all the time, but I think they will be legal way more often than in the past. Like, Standard's longer, the power level's higher. I still think it'll vary. It'll still vary. There'll be times when we don't have it. I actually think part of the reason they're putting them in... Part of the reason they're putting them into Star Trek is they kind of messed things up releasing them last year, where... because they moved back Lorman Eclipse so they could move up Spider-Man, we ended up having the Shockland split between 2 rotations. And it would have been really awkward to have half of them rotate and the other half not rotate. So I think part of it was to fix that. I think the biggest reason, though, is I don't think they're that confident in Star Trek. Like, I don't think they're that confident in Star Trek being a set that's going to... Oh, actually, wait. This might be even better. I don't think they're that confident in Star Trek being a set that's going to sell well. And I think they are trying to juice it, essentially, by putting that into the set. That's my thinking, is it's an attempt to make the set more powerful, essentially. Or more sellable. Looking forward to retrying standard goblins. Ooh, goblins and elves. Goblins and elves are definitely on my list of things that we're going to try as soon as we get this set. Also, I don't know if anyone else had heard this. Did you know there's no early access? Seth, have you seen the message I've been sending? I've asked a bunch. Oh, I don't think so, Stone Rain. Can you... I'm looking now. Can you send it again? I feel like I've just been missing this. On YouTube now, WoW Kid. We're on YouTube. Do we just pass? We need to find a way to... Yeah, we're going to pass. So I think the plan is pass Coco. Untap. We can Gwen Stacy, potentially. We have to find a way to make this Teferi not kill us. And that's becoming a problem. Yeah, no early access this set. I was thinking we were going to have early access next week. But instead, no hot air. I'm not sure why exactly, but no. Oh. If I had known we'd double hit recruiters, I would have done it differently. How do you predict that? I asked a question about early access at the beginning of the stream. Oh, I missed it, Cyberkill knows. But yeah, no early access this time. Any word on merch, especially signed merch? Ooh, I do not have an update on signed merch. I know that a new playmat, like a new like exclusive playmat, is something that's been in the works. I think it's still in the early, like I haven't seen art for it yet or something. So I'm imagining it's still a little ways off because I probably would have seen the art for it if and have a better update. Let's see, Stone Rain. Let me see. Seth, have you thought about redoing Planeswalker? Oh, the problem is this new chat with the chat combined. It's hard to scroll back up. It automatically drags itself back down. Have you thought about doing Planeswalker Tribal again once Reality Shift comes out? Red Blue Chandra, for example. Ooh, that is a fun idea, Stone Rain. I hadn't really considered doing Planeswalker Tribal in specific, but now that you mention it, that does sound like it would be super fun. I like it. I think that's a possibility. The only awkward part is, I guess it doesn't matter, but like getting one Blue Chandra, can I make the deck feel different than it did in the past, I guess is the question. Like, can I figure out a way, if it's just like roughly the same, but with Blue Chandra added in, it's not super interesting. But if I can use Blue Chandra to do something new, or like Black Garrick to do something new. So I think it's definitely a possibility. I'll have to look into it, but it's a possibility. Oh, I appreciate it, Oxid. The new Mythic Smog. Oh, new card alert. All right, hang on, we gotta finish this game. Well, I guess we gotta just go for it. Like, all we can really do is this. And see if it resolves. If it does, then we can use it to attack the Teferi, because they don't have a flyer at the moment. We probably just have to full send it to Teferi. Wow, it does resolve. Well, let's play this Valky. Seems like a waste, but we gotta do it. Valky, trigger the Ghost Spider. Grow it. All right, what's in the hand over there, opponent? What is in the hand? Weekly MTG is about a half hour from now. What are your general vibes from the Hobbit set so far? And more importantly, have you watched the movie? Oh! They have settled the wreckage. All right. That actually gets around our... That actually just beats us. Then actually just straight up beats us. Like, we can get around a Wrath. We can't get around the Settle, though, because our indestructibility from Selfless Glyph Weaver doesn't do anything. I am very excited for Hobbit the set. I have never been a Lord of the Rings fan. We went through this with actual Lord of the Rings. I'm actually kind of a little bit of a Lord of the Rings hater. Like, it's a long story, but like, I used to have to watch them all the time. And I got very sick of how long they were. And it made me not really like Lord of the Rings because the movie was so long and I had to watch them a lot. So I kind of made me not like, yeah, I mean, I can't complain about getting got by Settle because I do love getting people with Settle. Like, it feels really good. So I'm not super into the Hobbit, but I think the set is actually kind of insanely good. Like, especially for being a small set, it's like surprisingly good. All right, we have new cards. Are any of them higher rarity? Oh, maybe one. No, let's see. So we get a fat old spider. I actually kind of love cards like this. Like, I feel like this is them doing Universes Beyond really well. Like, if we had some fat old spiders in Marvel rather than like the third version of a hero, for me that would make the set better. Not that this card is good, because the card is not very good. It's actually very, very bad. It is not a good card at all. However, I do like what it does for the design of the set. The Skyclave doesn't do much. So let's try it like that. This feels like a tricky matchup. We have Glowing the Mighty. 4 mana for a 3/3 at the beginning of your first main phase. Add double red mana, so some ramping. Easy pickings. 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls for 3 mana. A little uncommony. Probably not quite good enough for constructed play. We also get Nasty Little Rabbit. A 1 mana 1/2 with Ferocious. If being a comment on your turn, if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. It's a the names in this set are great. Nasty Little Rabbit. Oh, and then we get some Thor action. Wait, Thor? I thought we were done with Marvel. Why is there Thor? When Thor's map enters, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Play 2, tap, loop. That's not horrible. It's like well, no. What's the one that loops and makes a treasure? And then they reprint it as like Daily Bugle Building or something. But like getting a land and then looting, like probably fine limited fixing at least. And then the Fearsome Goblin pair. 3 mana 1/1. But when it dies, a Mass Goblin's 4. Ooh, some sort of sack deck that could be fun. Like a goblin themed sack deck. 3's a little steep though to get started. Collector's Vault, thank you. That was a card. I was thinking of. So what do you think, chat? Are we gonna get good spoilers today? Like, are we actually gonna get cool spoilers, or is this gonna be a disappointing spoiler stream? Here's what I'm grinding in standard. Ooh, let me see, Kessig. Opponent has the No More Lies, of course. Mardu midrange, eh? Cloak and Dagger, okay. Some Bob action, some bad action. Oh, Midnight, I forgot about Midnight. I forgot Midnight Reaper was even in standard. That card was very good its last time around. Alenda. Erode's been better than I expected. High Noon, Outrageous. Are you gonna play the new one? What do you think? You gonna play the new one with Outrageous Robbery or the old one? Preston, welcome to the Fishbowl. And Thesman, welcome you to the Fishbowl as well. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. How aggro do we go? Oh, I hate to waste this, but let's play Jennifer Walters. I mean, we need to have some pressure. We can't just let the control deck sit there and draw cards, and sculpt the perfect hand. Like, we have to have something that's forcing them to make action. Like, if they just can sit there and we're not pressuring them, we are going to die eventually. That will beat us. The control deck will eventually beat us doing that. So it's on us. Oh. Is it worth it, chat? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? It's close. It is close. Pioneer seems fun. Like, so far, I've really enjoyed Pioneer. I think it's worth it. Yeah. I want to save the Aang for a Wrath, but I think this is our best bet. So we can bounce it. So if we Ammo Dane's Recruiter, we hit for 9. That is kind of good pressure. That is actually kind of, So we can just Ammo Dane's Recruiter, hit for 9, play Jace. Yeah. All right. I mean, we'll take it. So Recruiter, Combat, 9 ya. I mean, they're probably going to Wrath. 9 ya down to 11. But if they Wrath, look at this. Look at this. If they Wrath here, we're going to plot this Valky. That is some pressure. They got to deal with our board. But if they deal with our board with a Wrath, then they got to deal with a Valky and a Jace. There's hope. There's hope. Phone it. Petrified Hamlet, not good against us. We don't have lands with abilities. Name's, oh, well, okay, just kidding. We do have Plaza Hero. But other than that, we don't have lands with abilities. Opponent's going to consult the star charts. Look, 5 cards deep for something. No kicker. I will pull up Mythic Smog after this. How do you do your deck techs at the beginning of your videos? There is a... We have not decided on moving the stream time yet. It's still in the works, and I think it's something that might happen, but I'll definitely let y'all know. Oh, also, people were asking about a viewer battle stream. Y'all want a viewer battle next week? So I was thinking next week was going to be early access. And my focus would have to be on early access stuff. But since there's no early access, we could actually viewer battle if we so choose. Well, let's play this. The Redain's actually kind of good here. This is going to make the Wraths cost more. And then we'll crack some maps. Ooh, no power. No, we wanted power there. We need more damage. Crack map number 2 on the Aang. We'll keep the Recruiter for next turn. Go to combat. Hit ya. Found it. Down to 6. I mean, the pressure's on. We're doing our job. Found it. Hey, Seth. I've been watching you for years. I love all your band shirts. I would love to see a video of your favorite 5 to 10 albums and artists and why. Thank you for all you do. Honestly, that's something I've wanted to do for a while, Donatello. I need to do that. Right now we're playing some Pioneer for the first time in a minute, and it's actually been really fun. Yeah, I gotta make that video. I gotta do it. I've always said, when people ask, like, well, if you weren't doing Magic content, what would you want to do? As far as content, definitely 100% I would choose, like, I would choose some sort of music YouTube, I think. Where can the deck be found? So I will make sure. I'm not sure the command works in YouTube, so I will post it in YouTube separately. But this is the deck we are currently playing. Yeah, we got to play some Modern. An opponent scoops it up while we're posting the deck list. Is there any additional MTG Goldfish channels? Oh, are there? Yes, we had fun. Oh, are there ever? So we have MTG Goldfish, the home page, the main channel. Then there's MTG Goldfish Commander, which is Commander focused. MTG Goldfish Unboxes, which is the box opening collection by channel. MTG Goldfish Podcast, which is just the weekly podcast. And I feel like I'm forgetting. Am I forgetting one? Oh, there's a shorts channel that is used somewhat frequently-ish. I think it's Commander Clash Moments. I think those are the 5. I still feel like I'm forgetting one. I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting, but yeah, there are several. Oh, Astral Diff Siege Rhino, man, I miss the old days of Modern. Oh, so good. Oh, replay's kind of retired now that we're streaming on YouTube, because the VOD just automatically uploads on the main YouTube. So I think at this point, unless something changes in the future, I think that that's kind of retired for the time being. Goldfish Replay does exist. That was for the stream VODs, but since we started streaming on YouTube, that one's kind of gone. But that is probably the one I was thinking of. How many more games in the Versus series before next round? Not that many, honestly. If we look at best standard deck ever, I think, let me pull up the bracket. I think there's only like 2. Oh, I got the email about the Gen AI stealing content, so I will definitely read that after the stream. Thank you for sending that. Let's see, best standard deck ever. So we have, here's what we got left. We're so close. So we have Rakdos Midrange, the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Invoke Despair deck, versus 2006 Dragonstorm combo. So that's still coming up. We have Kithkin vs. Simic Nexus. That's still coming up. We have the wildcard stuff that I'll explain. Monstrous Rage Red vs. Golgari Delirium. And then Mardu Vehicles versus Yarion. Actually, I can update this now. So we have 3 matches and then the wild card stuff. For the wild card stuff, I explained this during the last podcast, but what we're going to do, so one is just going to be a straight up wild card match. Richard picked Mono Blue Curious Obsession. If I had the option to just scoop and not play the match, I would. I don't think I can get away with that, so I gotta play it. I was gonna play Blue White Pandermonicon, but now I'm kind of depressed because, man, literally out of the entire bracket, you can Armageddon me, you can Stasis me, you can Stacks me. The deck I hate the most is somehow Mono Blue Tempo. My goodness, do I hate that deck. Oh, I don't know if I ever hated a standard deck more than that. Do y'all remember that deck? Do you remember that deck? Oh, with Autumn Burchett won the championship with it, and it was like super cheap and budget, so people played it all the time, and it was just like, oh, 1-drop, Curious Obsession on it, counter your thing, 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 oh, you're dead now. Oh my god, I hate that deck. Oh, I hate it. I played it some in Standard too as a budget deck. So I get the joy of having my Pandermonicons repeatedly countered by Mono Blue. I'm hoping there's some chance Pandermonicon can sneak through, but I'm not expecting to have much luck with that one. It seems like a very rough matchup for me. Siren Storm Tamer. And then, for the last wild card, we are going to be putting up a poll with every deck that lost in the first round. And y'all are going to vote for the 2 that you want to see most. And those decks, along with a deck that I pick and Richard picks that lost in the first round, are going to come back into a little mini 4-team play-in for the last slot in the round of 32. So this is a chance that if you really love Siege Rhino, or you really thought that that Copycat got a raw deal because of that Pithing Needle top deck, or you just really love the deck because you love whatever the cards in the deck, it's a chance to get your favorite deck back in the bracket. So that's what we're doing going forward. 3 matchups, a wildcard matchup, and then we'll post the poll before the wildcard matchup. I don't think we're going to include the wildcard loser in the poll. So we'll post the poll in about 3 weeks, and then we'll do the little 3-match play-in, and then on to the round of 32. So, also, I think the plan is, we'll try one more match, although if the spoiler stream starts in 17 minutes, we might pause to watch that or stop to watch it. Oh, man, I've got wrecked by sideboards. Yeah, there's some good round of 32 matchups. It's kind of fun because I think a lot of the weakest decks have been eliminated in the first round. So I think the next round, there's going to be some bangers. Affinity versus Jund is cool. Fairies versus Mono Blue Devotion. Necro versus Channel Fireball, the 1996 versus 1995 matchup. Channel Fireball impressed me. I'm actually scared because I thought Necro was going to be way better. Not sure it's as strong as I thought it was gonna be an unfair deck, but it was way fair than I was thinking it was. Yeah, there's some good ones. I think we're gonna put a Badger Mole Cub deck in the poll too as a 2026 representative. So that will give an we weren't sure. We've been going back and forth. I think we talked about this before, but like we've been going back and forth as to whether we want a Badger Mole Cub deck to represent 2026. On one hand, it lets us represent another year, which is cool, and I think is a positive. On the other hand, if Badger Mole Cub just goes and runs the table, I'm going to be so sad because I got to deal with it in current standard all the time. So I don't really want to have to deal with it. So I think we're going to put it on the poll and just see if people vote for it and go with that. If people want Badger Mole in, we'll go for it. And if they don't, well, we'll see. We'll go based on what people say. So I think we're going to throw that in as a bonus. Opponent missing their land drops. Golgari Spooky Scary. Oh, that deck looks interesting. I recently built a skeleton deck that can easily win on turn 4. Also has a late game plan based on Corpses of the Lost. I've seen Corpses of the Lost on the ladder a bit. It's a scary card. Like, giving all your skeletons haste, it can be very scary. I like the Witherbloom Charm. The little bit I played that card, it's actually kind of impressed me. That looks fun, and it looks like relatively budget friendly. Of course, you always said the asterisk that I got to spend 16 rare wild cards to build my mana base, but assuming you have the mana base, it's kind of Corpse of the Lost, Tiny Bones, and a bunch of lower rarity stuff. That looks sweet. I like it. I like it. Play Kama Oven against Mono Blue Obsession. Yeah, that would be a much better matchup for me. If I had known Richard was going to pick Mono Blue Tempo of all things, I might have not picked Panharmonicon. Just for the sake of Panharmonicon, because that just seems so... The deck trying to tap out... Oh, wow. The deck trying to tap out for the 6 mana... Or 4 mana sorcery speed thing. Alright, how about a She-Hulk? Kitsa versus She-Hulk. Opponent, please don't into the Flood Mod. No bounce, no bouncy. No bouncy, that's fine. Just don't bounce it. You can bolt it. If you want to try to bolt it, that's fine. Storm Chaser Mage. We'll get the... Oh, no Flood Maws. No Flood Maws. Okay, Loots. Sure. Oh, this is a straight up Otter. It's an Otter deck. Huh? Look at this card. Look at this card. They're playing Light Shield. I didn't even know this was a card. I didn't play much Bloomburrow Limited. I did not realize this card existed. Wow, and they're playing in a Pioneer. Will I play your deck? Maybe sometime. Maybe sometime. Have you seen the Rakdos Dragon Panza deck in Standard? I don't think so. I've been messing around with Panza, but not Rakdos and with Dragons. But I might have a Standard Panza video coming up. I think I might have finally figured it out. Well, I mean, step 1, smash it with the She-Hulk. Pound it. Takes the beats. Well, step 2, I think we, you know what? I think we just do this main phase because of counters. Cast the Coco. Ooh, Selfless Squiffleader is actually good. Glyphleaver Flibblefib. Oh! 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 Flibblefib power! Flibblefib power! Oh, that was a Valky on top! That was randomly a Valky on top! Wait, Flibblefib's actually insane! Flibblefib is actually... It's been good! I'm sorry, I did not expect Flibblefib to actually be good, but it's actually been good. It's actually been good in this deck. So Smog the Magnificent, opponent committed to the Promise Plan. Smog the Magnificent, 4 mana, 4/3 flying, haste, dragon. It's legendary. When it attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of treasures you control to any target. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a treasure token. I think there's a chance this card sees play in Standard. Wow, they have a lot of prowess creatures I forgot about. I forget about Nimbleblade Kinara too. Wow, opponent, they did some serious Scryfall digging to find these prowess creatures. I don't even know if they found them, but I'm impressed. Plot only is so we can't plot this one, unfortunately. I mean, we could play a Valky. How bad can life be? 2 in a row! 2 in a row! 2 in a row! 2 in a row. All right, let's keep the plot going. So plot the Valky, play the Plaza of Heroes, play a Tybalt. Tybalt. I think we just start exiling stuff. Exile Storm Chaser Mage. I mean, we got another Valky coming, so I think we just make things die. And then we can... Kellen joins up. Found it. I'm gonna do some looting. Who doesn't like some good janky magic? Yeah, our opponent, they have... Oh, it's another one. Where's the non-creature spells opponent? Where's the non-creature spell? What is happening? What is happening? Storm Chaser's Mage. Did our opponent build a prowess deck with only prowess creatures and no spells? Well, okay, there's a dispel. There's a dispel. Oh god. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I don't even know what they're trying to do, but it's great. Yeah, sure, kill. Oh wait, it's only one? I thought it was more damage than that. Never mind. I should just hit face. Do you see the Boros Panza is top tier in Modern? Your deck made results. That deck is super fun. That deck is super fun. I sadly didn't create that one, but we did play that one. The deck is super cool. Storm Chaser, Stormcatch Manter. We have not seen a Lutri. We have not seen a Lutri yet. So I think that Smog, to get back to Smog, because I got distracted, I think that Smog has a chance to see play, because I think a 4-mana, 4/3 Flying Haster is pretty good. I don't think it's necessarily like a staple level card, especially if you can build a deck with treasure support. I think that's where Smog would be at its best. Like, if you have 2 or 3 treasures on the battlefield when you play this, and it immediately lightning bolts or kills one of your opponent's things, I think that's actually a very good card. So I think that's going to be the challenge. Like, would I just play this in generic mono red aggro with no treasure support? There's probably better options. If I can harness the power of its treasure ability with its attack trigger, then I think the card's very good. But I think the baseline is high enough. Oh, are they also... Oh, they are playing. I see. I see. I didn't notice they were playing 130 cards or whatever. So I think our opponent's just a newish to Pioneer player, most likely. Which is awesome. I'm excited to see new players picking up Pioneer. Yeah, if you can turn it into Glorybringer, it's great. If you can't turn it into Glorybringer, Seth, dude, what do you think of Sultai Landfall Historic, 150 card, Finishers, Rise of the Dark Realms, Emergent Ultimatum, Rest is removal, counters, Rast, card draw, landfall triggers. That sounds hilarious and miserable and miserable to play against, but hilarious. Found it. Beating us down. We're just gonna take it, I think. Sure. Beat us down, opponent. Beat us down. Actually, no. He does have trample. You know what? Here, we'll block. We might as well block, and then we get some damage with the She-Hulk. So opponent hits us. 3 to the face. I mean, I think we just win here, right? Because we get to Ghost Spider. And then Mila. And then Valky. Wow, this Kellen joins up. Kind of popping off. And then take up Tybalt. And we'll play number our challenger. I think our opponent's playing Brawl. I think they're playing Brawl somehow. They even have too many cards for Brawl, though. All right, we need to win this match in 7 minutes before the spoiler stream starts. We have a 7-minute timer on this. Can we do it in 7 minutes? Why isn't Speed Magic a thing? Would Speed Magic be a thing? Have you ever thought about doing a video where you build the biggest deck in Arena and see if you win? What's the card limit when you put a deck together? I think Phil did a short about that. But that is a funny idea. Oh, I can't remember. It was a couple years ago. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think that Phil made a short on that very concept, and it was kind of hilarious. But that is a funny idea. I'm not even sure. Is it 250? So 250 card deck. I mean, that would give you imagine like 200 wraths. We did like 36 wraths because that's the most you can fit in a normal deck. But imagine if you could run like 100 wraths. That actually is kind of hilarious. You just build a deck that's like 75 lands and 175 counter spells or something. Pretty good against Mill. Pretty good against Mill. I'm surprised they haven't added Battle to... Why haven't they added Battle of Wits to Arena? That seems like such an easy... I don't know, maybe it takes a lot of programming or something, but it seems like such an easy win, right? Like, I would build... If they added it, I would build a deck around it. I would definitely build a deck around it if I had the option. I don't know. Do any of you remember? This was a long time ago. Do any of you remember, like, there was a tournament where a bunch of pro players did a, like, Battle of Wits challenge amongst themselves, like a group of pros. I want to say it was, like, maybe Huey Jensen and, like, but, like, several people showed up and tried to see who could get the best results with the Battle of Wits deck. Why don't we do that more often in Magic? Stuff like that seems so fun. You almost read it. Did you think, okay, so Enerves, were you gonna register it because you thought it was optimal or because you thought it was fun? Was Sam Black part of it too? Yeah, I don't remember all the people that did it. I just remember the tournament where, like, a bunch of people played Battle of Wits to see who could do it. That would be a good Reality Fracture reprint. I don't know if our opponent's here anymore. They might have left. Well, that means we're going to be done in time for the spoiler stream. I remember you did a 200+ deck list from Japanese tournament that played on Moto. I do remember that one. That was an actual thing. I've seen I saw a video with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Huge deck, and it was so funny. I think Yarion Invocation deck sometimes ran more than 80 cards. It was very toolboxy. I think that Yarion helped break the taboo about only playing 60 cards. Scred Red. Oh, you found it? Grand Prix Milwaukee 2002. Scred Red, that makes me want to do best modern deck ever. It makes me want to do the best modern deck ever. There it is. It was Huey too. Yeah, in the top 8. In the top 8. William Baby Huey Jensen with Battle of Wits, 92 lands, 1,000,000 counter spells and cantrips. Wow, this actually looks super fair too. Like, this actually looks incredibly fair. Like, I don't see a combo here or anything. Like, if you just play a bunch of cards that easily tutor up, I mean, I guess there is Diabolic Tutor, but this is mostly just a whole bunch of counters and removal. Like, there's a chance that your first Battle of Wits is like 100 cards deep. That is a lot of controlling you got to do. That is a lot of controlling you got to do to be able to get to your Battle of Wits. Also, what a top 8. Like, man, old competitive Magic. You got Chapin with Squirrel Opposition. You got Huey with Battle of Wits. You got Kibler with Psychotog. Brian Cowell, pretty well-known player, coming in the top 16. That is a loaded GP top 8. Absolutely loaded. But Modern deck's not old enough to be best deck ever. But since Modern's been around for less time, would you do matches or just multiple decks per year? So I think there'd be multiple decks per year. I think multiple decks per year. Yeah, but I mean, so I think if we do best Modern deck ever, I think it would focus on the pre-Modern Horizons. Actually, we just keep winning with this deck somehow, by the way. I think it would focus on pre-Modern Horizons. So it would be Modern like 2011 to 2019. So I think it would end when the first Modern Horizons came out. Because I think if you include Modern Horizons decks, then I think they probably just trounce the field, if that makes sense. And they just dominate, trounce the field, take over everything, beat all the old decks. So I think if you cut it off at the first Modern Horizons, then I think you just do a bracket with you want every year represented, but I don't think it has to be one deck or two decks per year. I think it's just like the decks that you think of when you think of that era of Modern. So you'll have Burn, and you'll have Lantern Control, and you'll have Twin, and you'll have Jund, and you'll have hopefully some of the like more like some of these decks like Twin or Jund. They were staples of the format for pretty much its entire life, right? Oh wait, I think the stream's going. They were staples for pretty much the entire life. Other decks were good for like a year here or there. I want some of those decks included too, but I'm excited for the possibility of best standard deck ever, or obviously best standard deck ever, but best modern deck ever, because I love that era of Modern. It's like it's my all-time favorite way to play Magic. How is the current tournament seeded? Mostly just randomly. It was already hard enough to figure out what decks to include, that then arguing over like, ooh, what should be a 2 seed versus a 3 seed versus a 6 versus 7 seed. It was too objective. So just like, screw it. Pod for sure. I think the Cloud Post from the early years. I think definitely any deck that had something banned from it would get a leg up. So like Eggs, for example, was banned. Twin was banned. Wild Nacatl Zoo was banned. So I think we'd want to make sure that all those showed up. Post-Modern Horizons, although, yeah, I mean, that would be the thing, right? Like, the 3 Modern Horizon sets just increase the power level so much. Like, by the end of it, we had Modern Horizon sets that were power creeping the previous Modern Horizon set. Like it was wild.
MTG, I'm your host, Hillary Thompson. You guys have probably seen me on this show before. Blake is taking a very well-earned vacation.
I was gonna say this is like a F tier Blake. It's not even a Blake. It's not even a Blake at all.
He is my friend Annie Sardellis.
Where's our Blake?
We're gonna be talking about The Hobbit, limited gameplay, and bears of all kinds of sizes.
Various sizes.
Thank you, Annie. Welcome.
Hello. Hi again, folks. Annie Sardellis, principal.
I've never seen.
designer
I don't
of
think
the
I've
set
seen
for
either
The
of these
Hobbit.
people.
So that meant, signing off the finishing touches
Blake,
on almost every card. Making sure limited.
Where are you, Blake? Hey, Seth, are you familiar enough with The Hobbit to have a character card you would like to see? Never read it, never watched it. I'm not very... Oh, wait.
Okay, so first up...
Oh my! This card's got to be busted, right? This card, Faithful Discovery. 5 mana enchantment in blue, 3 and double blue. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. Is that not incredibly... Is that not insane? Like, I know it's 5 mana, and here I'm talking Commander, like, even though you can definitely build a deck in 60 card formats where if you get this down, artifacts are cheap, artifacts are colorless. It seems like you should be able to draw your deck with this really easily. Like, it should not be hard to draw literally your entire deck. Does it work with treasures? Yeah, notice this. It does not say cast. It does not say non-token. So you make a treasure token, you make a food token, you make a clue token. If you play this with Academy Manufacture, you're just going to mill yourself out. You're going to die in the most glorious, wonderful way possible, but you will just draw your entire deck with Academy Manufacture most likely. Holy card. I mean, I'm excited about the constructed implications. Like, I will definitely try to build around this in 60 card formats. In Commander, though, is this not just something you play in every artifact deck? Like, why would you not play this in essentially every artifact deck of all time? I feel like this is like the first card draw spell that you add. Working with, like, imagine, you know what we have in Standard? We have Brass's Bounty. Can you imagine? The way it works with treasures is especially crazy. Oh, we have a new land. Brass's Bounty. Make a treasure for each land. You control anything that makes untapped treasures. We've talked about this a million times. Mana and cards. The two most powerful things in Magic. You need more mana, you need more cards. If you can win the game on one of those axes, you probably are going to win the game overall. And I feel like with treasures, you can do both with that enchantment. Hobbit Hole. So, it's a land. It's colorless. Hobbit Hole. Sacrifices land for treasure, so it's evolving. It's an evolving wilds. And then it has Halfling Cycling 4. Pay for discard this card. Search your library for a halfling. Reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. That's actually like, that's a common? Golly gee. That has to be the best Evolving Wilds of all time. I don't know why Hobbit Hole just sounds so funny. It's just a funny name. A funny name. But I mean, in a Hobbit deck, that's actually really good, right? Is that not super kind of good? This is better than, really? You think it's better than the blue one? No. So what are the, okay, let's look up Hobbits'. Hang on. Hobbits'. What if I type that into Scryfall? Hobbits'. Let's see. 51 halflings in Magic. So, Delighted Halfling, Lotho, okay. Archivist of Agama's good. Ooh, Peregrine Took. Ooh, so this can get Took or Samwise in our Academy Manufactured decks. That's reasonable. I mean, I think if you're playing any commander deck around these, you're probably playing it. That card's actually, oh wait. Oh, wait. Yes, about a land cycle. We got a land cycle. Sadly, it's a common land cycle. Although, common lands keep getting better and better. Like, this new common land cycle. Enters tapped, makes 2 colors. You can pay for tap, sack it, to put 2 counters on a specific creature type. So, Simic on elves. Rakdos on goblins or orcs. Dwarves for Boros. Humans for Azorius. And then bear, spider, or wolf for Golgari. I mean, these are fine. They're limited. They're limited cards, right? They're important limited cards that give you access to all the colors you need in your limited deck. You can blow up the Hobbit Hole. Hobbitses. Oh, the Hobbitses. I mean, how many of you actually play limited here? How many limited players? How many limited players do we have? I'm curious, do you get excited about like cards like this or random like comments? Like, do the the cards that are only for draft, cards that you're not going to play in Constructed, you probably won't play in Commander, are those exciting to you because of limited? Or are you like, whatever, like that doesn't apply. It doesn't apply to me. I really want to I might just start making regular limited content. I've been drafting so much. Like, honestly, I'll like a day in the life. I usually get up like 6 in the morning, do Magic content stuff all day. In the evening, by the time I finish, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to fire up a draft. I think I want to do a little drafting. Now that I'm done with my work for the day of playing Magic, I think I should play some more Magic. So I kind of want to make more limited content just because I've really been enjoying limited. And I found that over the course of my career making content, a lot of times the most successful content is the content that I actually want to make the most. Like when it comes down to it, I always worry because limited, like traditionally it's not that popular. It's kind of tough for new players to view if you don't know all the cards. So I always worry about that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to it, I've just been enjoying playing limited, so I should probably make more videos about it. Yeah, Blue-Green Elves. One of the things I love about this set, it's so funny. Oh, now we're on to basics. One of the things I love about this set, which is pretty funny, is how well it synergizes with some of the stuff that exists in Standard. Like, the Elves seem built to work with Lorwyn Eclipsed. The Goblins seem built to work with Lorwyn Eclipsed. Sometimes with Universes Beyond sets, it feels like they're kind of their own thing that's not really connected to the rest of the game or Standard. Not so with Lord of the Rings sets, though. Like, the Lord of the Rings sets, it's kind of the opposite, where it feels very much like they are part of the game. And maybe it's just because the game is kind of based on it. The creature types fit. Oh, Elven Passage. Okay. Elven Passage. A land. Pay 1, tap, sack it. Search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Then you may behold an elf if you do untap that land. Okay. I mean, that is actually a pretty good land. Like, in an elf deck, In an elf deck, I think that's actually pretty good. So it only gets basics, bit of a drawback. But if you're playing an elf deck, I think, especially in standard, this is good enough. It gets your splash color very easily. Coming to play untapped is kind of huge. It seems just like a very solid land for elf decks. It's just a good card. Do you think, is there any chance? Yeah, I don't know if we're getting, I guess we're going to find out if we're getting more. I'm not sure. Let's see what they're saying.
Also asked you to do a little bit of work. And so I just want to deliver a cool, strong land.
Thank you. I personally thank you. Let's take a look at some more cards that I think will be strong and limited.
Ori,
hopefully.
Keeper of Songs. 3 mana, 3/3, storied. If you come through more legendary artifacts, legendaries, or sagas, you have an enduring story. As long as you have an enduring story, it gets +1/+1 your invit. Wait, they think this card's gonna be good in limited? Huh? I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know how. I don't know how easy it is to turn on in limited. And then if you do, you get a 4/3 for 3, which I guess is fine, but it's not like. I mean, its stats are big for a common. The stats are big for a common, right? Like, actually, if you have a story, it's actually very big. Like a 3 mana 4/3. A 3 mana 4/3 at common is pretty. Like, it's almost a Loxodon Smiter type of thing. Like, that is very big stats. I don't know if I like cards. I think it's fine in limited. Like, it's fine. I was expecting it was gonna be like a banger for limited. Is it a Pauper All-Star? You know what I learned? You know what I learned yesterday? This is kind of, ooh. Bilbo Baggins Burglar. Didn't they already spoil this, or did it leak? 3 mana 2/1. When it enters, draw a card. Fine. And then adventure mode. Take a glance. 1 mana sorcery. Scry 2. No drawing a card. Just scry 2. Actually, that's not the worst. If the creature side was 2 mana, this card would be good. It would be good. At 3 mana, but you can like turn 1, scry 2, which is almost like drawing a card, and then you Bilbo and draw the card later. Goblin King's super sweet. You know what I learned recently? This is wild to me. I learned recently that on the Goldfish site, this is crazy. What would your prediction be for, because Goldfish, obviously, people upload their deck lists, right? That's one of the big uses for Goldfish, is having all your deck lists organized and stored somewhere. What formats do you think the most deck lists are uploaded to? I just recently got these stats talking to Richard, and it kind of blew my mind. It kind of blew my mind. It is kind of a 4-mana preordain. So more than half of the decks uploaded to Goldfish, Commander. Not a surprise in 2026. So number one is Commander. More than half of decks. Number 2 is Modern. 12% of the decks uploaded are Modern. So 55% Commander, 12% Modern, 10% Standard, 9% Pauper. That's the one that got me. Like, Commander being way ahead, expected that. That makes complete sense to me. I am shocked that, like, Pauper almost has as many decks. It's 1% behind Standard and 3% behind Modern. That is absolutely wild. I did not realize this. I don't even know why, but like a lot of people are uploading Pauper deck lists. A lot of people. I don't know if it's because it's so cheap. It's so fun. I know there's been some big tournaments. I don't know why. Apparently I do. Apparently I do always sleep on Pauper. Why am I had always thought of Pauper as a fun format where it had its like dedicated player base, but it wasn't that large. But seeing it be essentially as big as Standard on Goldfish, that's what surprised me. Like, I knew there was a very dedicated Pauper player base. I just thought Standard would be, twice as big as Pauper, 3 times as big as Pauper, or something like that. That's not the case, though. It is actually very close in popularity, at least on Goldfish, by the metric of how many decks are uploaded to Modern and Standard. I think it's also very big in EU, right? I see a lot of stuff about it from EU. We have a Gollum, Silent Slinker. 4 mana for a 4/3 Menace. And it has Meager Meal. 1 mana sorcery adventure. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Target player gains 2 life. I feel like this is a mid-limited card. Like, Adventure's, I think, inherently powerful in limited. Its adventure mode, not super exciting to me. 1 mana sorcery speed for a counter, gain 2 life. Although I have had some limited games. Limited is so close that sometimes a limited game does come down to a single +1/+1 counter. There's a silly, in Marvel Superheroes, Go Nuts. It's like a fight spell, but you can teamwork it to add a +1/+1 counter. And sometimes just putting a single +1/+1 counter wins the game. Dory, Bearer of Friends. Aww. Wait, Dory, Bearer of Friends. I actually kind of do look a little bit like a dwarf, don't I? 3 mana, 3/2. Trample. When it enters, make a try. We're just talking about Smog. Smog wants treasures. Dory seems like friends with Smog. A good way to get more treasures on the battlefield. Wolves getting support is sweet. Hey, Bearby. Come here, bud. You want to say hi to people? You want to say hi to people? Hey, buddy. Here, sit down. Can you say hi? Here, plop. Ooh. Hey, buddy. Hey, big boy. How are you? Look, you're on the TV. Look at the people. They can see you, big boy. How are you? How's your Bearby day going? How's your Bearby day, buddy? You having a good Bearby day? Yeah. You good boy. Yeah. You good boy. Okay, you can go lay down. You can go lay down, bud. You're a good boy. Your bones are coming later. Bjorn, the Reluctant Toast. Bjorn, 5 mana, 5/5 trample. Okay. Hey, see, I kind of look a little bit like that guy too, actually, come to think of it. Till Intend. 2 mana sorcerer, you can play an extra land this turn. He is a big boy. He's a good big boy. You like cat? I mean, I have a cat too. I don't know, where is Cease at the moment? She's probably lounging. She's lounging on the cat. I have an accidental couch cat. An accidental couch cat. She still loves that couch. She still loves that couch. It's so fun. The couch that she snuck in on, that's still her favorite place. She just lays in the window on that couch in the sun, and then she comes in and meows for food, even though she already has food, so I feed her again, and then she eats, and then she lounges on the couch. That is the life of the seas. Can you become a bear? Wait, become a bear? That'd be cool. If I could turn into an animal, I might pick bear. Bear might be the animal I picked. That might be the number one. It looks like I look like a fishbowl. It looks like a drum to me. Is he carrying a drum? A drum and a pitchfork? I gotta say, these spoilers are kind of not that exciting. How about a Dusk Watch Hunter? 3 mana, 3/1. This creature can be blocked by tokens. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. What do you vote on? What do you vote on these spoilers? These spoilers, chat. You want to keep watching them? Actually, I mentioned that earlier, Health Robinson. This is a good time to mention it. So next, yeah, I guess I'm not tall. I'm too tall to be a dwarf, I guess. So next week, since there's no early access next week, viewer battles. You want to do viewer battles? If you want to do viewer battles. And it's going to be tricky because I'm on my Twitter right now, so I can't announce it to everyone. So take this as the official announcement. I'll try to post it in the community tab or something. But if you want to do viewer battles, all you got to do is this. Super easy. Super, super easy. Send me an email. saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Let me know. You can also, on Twitch, I don't know if you can do this through YouTube or not. You can also message me on Twitch. If you know a way to message me on YouTube that works, you can try that, although I'm not as familiar with that. But essentially, get in contact with me. We'll post it on the Discord as well. So essentially, get in contact with me. What I need from you is what format you'd like to play in Arena and your Arena information. So you can definitely join, Badger. Everyone can join. Are you only doing viewer battles on Arena or Moto 2? Let's do it this way. So if you would prefer to play a Moto format, let me know. And we will see how many people ask for a Moto format. Like, if there's demand and there's several people that are like, oh, I really want to play Modern or something, we could make it work. But if it's just a tiny minority of people, then we'll probably just stick to Arena. So yeah, send me an email or a message. Let me know your Arena info. I mean, you send it to me on Blue Sky if you want. It's easiest for me if it's someplace not on social media, just so, like, usually I just post on my Twitter, like, we're doing this, email me, because I just need an easier place to keep track of everything. So send it to me through, so you can Blue Sky me if you want, but to officially get on the list, email or send me a message through Twitch or YouTube. Same time as today. So next Tuesday, 11 to 2-ish Eastern time. Oh, Momir. Yeah, I mean, that's a reason to have Moto. Like, I think we could switch back and forth to Moto easy enough. So if you really want to play Moto, we can make it work. We can make it work. Spell Table, that would be trickier. I don't think I'm ready for Spell Table viewer battles yet, but maybe in the future we can do it. Hey, Seals, Peep, thanks for hanging out. Merkwa Nurture. These are all just, yeah, what do you think, chat? Do you want to play another game or two, or do you want to keep watching these spoilers? I feel like they're just going to keep going through limited cards, which I'm fine with looking through if y'all want to. Or we can play another game or two before I go do spoilers. Give me your vote. Give me your vote. What you would prefer. Nori, Teller Tales. 2 mana, Boros Hybrid, 2/2. Dwarf Bard, legendary. When it attacks, target attacking creature gains first strike until end of turn. It's fine. It's fine. Like, this card's not bad. Like, 2 mana, 2/2, not bad stats. First strike is actually nice-ish. You want to see all the pauper cards? Games? Oh, man. See, that's the problem with Cockatrice. So the problem with asking this is it ends up some spoilers. Those are terrible. Yeah, that's the thing. They're not even like banger limited cards. They're just kind of like mid limited cards. Like, I'm kind of surprised. I feel like this is just the leftovers. That weren't good enough for them to hand out to anyone to spoil. we might have to. Oh, polls are going to be tricky now that we're mixed. I mean, I love new Matt. I would be perfectly happy if we did a stream and it was 3 hours of us just sitting here talking, hanging out. I just like hanging out with y'all, and I like Magic, so I would actually be perfectly fine with that. So I was mostly curious what you all want. If you were sitting there like, oh my god, I'm going to turn this off because I don't care about these cards, or if you were actually enjoying it. What I got to figure out is how to do polls both, if that makes sense. Or you know what I really need to figure out? You know what we need? I wonder. We need a way that we can watch spoilers while we play Magic. I wonder if I'm good enough at technology to do this. All right, how about this? I might destroy the stream here, but I'm going to give it a try. Let's see. So if I click here. How about this? Let's see. So add. That was not correct. Click here. There we go. Then we need to add a capture of this. So this, that, and then check this out. Then we go like this. Then we go like that. Oh, professional streamer. Look at me go. And then we'll make it a little smaller. Maybe put it up here. Delete this browser source that I don't know why I added. Hey, look at that. Look at that. The best of both worlds. Now we get to play Magic as we watch spoilers. Sci technology indeed. Hey! And on that day, after 12 years, he became a professional streamer. We did it, Reddit. We did it. Round of applause from the audience. Thank you very much. Now we can lose Magic while we look at random comments. Oh, what are we up against? Save us, Flipple Pip. Save us. Should have went to get beautiful. I'm telling you. Oh, look at all those bears. Look at all those bears. Oh, I got to make them bigger. Little bear. Oh, they did a mama bear, papa bear. Wait, what's the gigantic big bear? 7 mana, 10/7. Ah! It's 7 mana, 10/7. Oh, it doesn't have trample. It doesn't have. I thought it had trample. 7 mana, 10/7. Can't be countered. Hexproof haste. That's a 10 ball. That's a 10 ball coming off the top of the deck. It's a 10 ball coming off the top of the deck. Little bear, not as good. 3 mana, 3/2 flash. When enters, put a counter on a bear you control. Ordinary bear, vanilla, yeah, very ordinary. And then large bear, 5 mana, 5/5, reach trample haste. Interesting. I feel like if the 7 mana one had trample, that card would actually be kind of scary. But I feel like it's good for, it's gonna be good for bear commander decks either way. Man, is there a place I can put this where I'm not covering the stack? Is it better? Is it better over here? Is it better over here covering part of the chat? That might be better. The big bear is actually kind of sweet. I didn't think they were going to show any rares, but they finally did. I mean, I like more bear support. I am a fan. Oh, am I confusing you, bud? I'm not talking to you, bud. You're good. You're good. I think Bear thinks I'm talking to him. No, I'm not just yelling your name repeatedly, bud. You're good. You're good. You're a good boy. Stressing him out. Stressing him out. Pound it. You're good, buddy. You're good. I'm not talking to you. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, big boy. Oh, boy. Chat, I regret playing Magic. We should have just looked at the comments, because this is going horribly. We are getting absolutely beaten down by this mono red deck. Is it deck, even? Yeah, Bear is the Harbinger. The Harbinger of the Bears. He brought the Bear spoilers. Wow, this is going to hurt a lot. They also have a Burst Lightning. Alright. Yup. We're at 6. And there's a Boomerang Basics. Well, mistakes may have been made. Mistakes may have been made. Yeah, what are we supposed to... I mean, this was not even close. We're going to die barely casting a spell. Well, make a magic card. I'm already having workplace drama at my new job, but I can happily announce that I can move into a new apartment that I talked to you about. Yes! I am also stuck with the graveyard shift trading over the next couple of work days, which isn't fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Hey, well, Mega Magikarp, I am glad you found something, and... Oh, I think we just die here. I'm glad you found something. I'm sure working overnight sucks, but it sounds like, from what you said, that it's only for a little bit for... Oh, and a... Yeah, okay, sure. And Occupus of Mass, not even close. It sounds like, it's only short term, right? It's only short term for training, so at least it's not too bad. If you had to do it all the time, that would be a tough shift. But if it's only for a couple days, and I'm glad you can get the apartment. You've been talking about that for a minute, so I'm glad it worked out that you can get the apartment. Barely even a game. Hardly even a game. We don't want to go too pun heavy. Who do you think I am, LSV? What are we doing here? So we want all of our removal. Definitely want Authority of the Consoles. I mean, if we can actually get a She-Hulk, they probably just cannot beat it. Well, no, they have Boomerang Basics. Although a She-Hulk would be good. Like, I feel like a She-Hulk would be good. I guess we just trim some of the clunky, like, Imodane's Recruiter doesn't seem great. I'm not even sure, like, is Avatar's Wrath worth it? I guess it's interaction. It's not great interaction, but it is interaction. Yeah, maybe we try something like that. Let's try it like that. Do you guys have some sort of special software for showing? Oh, I'm sorry. You've asked me this multiple times, and I keep forgetting to answer. So the deck text at the beginning of the videos. Yes, there's a tool that we have at Goldfish that helps put it together. Although there's also, like, it's not exactly the same, but there is the visual view. So it's similar to this, but it's formatted in the right formatting for like YouTube, basically. So it is a tool that we have at Goldfish that Richard built. So it's not something that is publicly available. As far as our publicly available tools, the visual view, I think, is probably the best thing to do, is just use that as the image. But yeah, the actual full tool is something that's oh boy, I want that authority, but I don't think we can keep it. It's something that's just ooh, okay, temporary lockdown's good. That's very, very, very good. Let's just put multiversal passage to the bottom. Okay, this hand might have a shot. This hand might have a shot. Multiversal, or temporary lockdown is very, very good. Wait, they're done? Wow. That was one of the weirder weekly MTGs ever. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, sure. We did it. Technology over. So we got like 2 rares and a half-hour-long weekly MTG, and no Blake? No Blake? Do we even run anything into this? You know what? Let's carry added. Let's carry. We'll decide. We'll decide what we got to do. This lets us Coco next turn, or we temporary lockdown. Has anyone else had problems with Pioneer and Arena with card styles enable? I tried playing several times today, and until I turned off card styles, it said the deck couldn't be validated. Interesting. Can I sign you up for the viewer battle stream? Can you just send me a private message on Twitch, or a DM on Twitch, or email Badger, and just let me know your format and your arena info? Simple as that's all you got to do, and I'll add you to the list. So if you want to do viewer battles next week, if you would like to viewer battle next week, super simple, super easy. Just let me know that you want to play. Well, we're playing Pioneer right now. But let me know what format you want to play, arena name with the number. And if you're already on the list from last time and didn't get to play, you get to cut to the top of the line. I know we couldn't even rate blank today. There was no Blake to rank. That defeats the whole purpose. We mostly just watch the stream so we can decide we can tier rank Blake. That's the main reason. Yeah, I mean, I think the tool is something that Richard built specifically for us to use to make deck decks like a decade ago. I don't know, I never thought about it being a public thing. Well, let's Coco, see what happens. Flibblethip and Knight of Autumn. Well, I think we just gain 4? Go up to 23. Take our beats. I mean, we can just temporary lockdown. That is a thing we can legally do. Hey Seth, always love the content as always. I started back in Shadows over Innistrad playing in college. Your Wolf Fog deck was my first modern deck, and I absolutely smoked my drunk. The spoiler stream is over. Yeah, usually it's an hour. This one, no Blake and a half hour. When is early access for the Hobbit? There is none. I don't know why, but for some reason they're not doing an early access this time. Oh. We will plot that, and then we will play a little Thalia here to slow things down a smidge. And we'll pass it. Just don't kill us. Please just don't kill us. Oh, with the Thalia out, we shouldn't be dying, right? Opponent untap. We're missing land drops, which is awkward. Opponent Reckless Rage. Finds a Storm Chaser's talent. Plays the... Okay. Well, I think it's time. It's time for a temporary lockdown, or we're gonna die. The question is, do we block with the Flibblethip? I think we have to. It hurts, but I think we have to. Yeah, we gotta maintain our life total. Down to 13. Well, if they have a Spell Pierce, we probably lose, but temporary lockdown. No, they really have Spell... No, they really have Spell Pierce? Okay. Out of here, everything. All y'all go away. Hexproof does not help there. Alright, board dealt with. And now it's Ghost Spider time. And, I mean, I guess we smack ya. Get him with a Ghost Biter. If you had to pick your favorite commander deck, what would it be? I would say my favorite's probably my Flibblethip deck, honestly. My Mono Blue Flibblethip deck. I also always have just loved Panharmonicons. I'll always have a soft spot for just like Yarok, Panharmonicons, Muldrifters. Like that's will always be my favorite way of playing Commander, I think. Seth, do you think it's possible to get into contact with MTG artists? I tried to connect the artist to my favorite card to see if I could get a playmat of it, but no luck. Any tips? So in daily, I think it really depends on the artist. I know some of the more longer term, more established artists, they have websites or social media set up in a way where you can contact them. And I don't know if it costs or how they do it exactly, but I know some of them at least, they'll sign cards for you or so forth. So I would probably start there. See if they have a website, see if they have like a public Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or something. And reach out that way. If it's a like a newer artist that isn't set up with that, then I don't know. Where else would you find artists? DeviantArt? Maybe, like, so but that's what I'd be doing. I would basically be Googling their name and seeing if I can find a website or social media for them and then reaching out there. But I do know a lot of the big name artists, they do have publicly accessible profiles and so forth that you can reach out to. Greediest Magic player I've ever seen? That's probably true. No lies, no lies. No lies were told. No lies were told. That is probably true. I've already got some friends saying Fateful Discovery is a mistake and should be banned. What's your take? I don't know the card name yet, but I'm assuming it's the 4-mana enchant or 5-mana enchantment that draws a card when an artifact enters. I don't know what format your friends were talking about, but I think that card is arguably a mistake. I don't think it'll be banned in like standard or anything. I think at 5 mana, like, there is a cost to it, right? It is absurdly powerful with artifact token makers or whatever. So it is a really, really, really powerful card. But yeah, I think we just start plotting. Plot the Imidane's Recruiter. And then I guess we Coco now because of Spell Pierce. Well, Skyclave, Jennifer Walters, not the worst. Get rid of the Storm Chaser's talent. All right, staying alive, staying alive. But I think the card, like, it might be too much for Commander. I think there is a chance that it is just too good for Commander. We've never had a card like this before. I don't think, like, let's go to Scryfall. Actually, after this game, we'll finish this match. We'll finish this match and we'll look up on Scryfall, and then I'll probably gonna go do our spoiler video for the day. Opponent. Facing? Going face? We know they have the octopus thing. Yeah, let's just take it. Because we can Coco into Imidane's Recruiter. So let's Coco. Ooh. Ooh. The problem with Cocos and Legends. Oh, and they have a Burst Lightning? Ugh. Well, then we gotta do it this way, because we actually don't have lethal. Lit with a Jace. Even more? Okay, we'll just draw all the Cocos. No attacks because our stuff dies past the turn. And there's a Monstrous Rage. And there's a... Are we just gonna die here? Are we just gonna die? Are we gonna die, Bear? Are we gonna die to this, bud? Are they gonna kill us? Are they gonna kill us? I think they might. Maybe you're bad luck, bud. We were winning until you came in. We were winning, bud. And then what happened? Now the mice... Actually, the mice are more Cece's job, really, right? Yeah, you're a good boy. Well, opponent. Target creature blocks this turn if able. You may have that gain reach learn. Okay. Okay. I feel like Fateful Discovery, though, is just a unique card. We'll look it up in Scry. This game's about to end. We're either winning or losing. Most likely this turn cycle. Leaning more towards losing at this point because of all these prowess triggers. Because they can Burst Lightning, Monstrous Rage. Yeah, I think they just kill us through the blockers, which is brutal. Brutal. Burst Lightning, kills the Valky. And then they just Monstrous Rage. Yeah, I mean, we're dead, right? Wow. Well, prowess. It is, I think, the #1 deck. Is it still the #1 deck in Pioneer? Block everything. And Monstrous Rage, and Triggers, and Octopus Form. I mean, I guess we don't literally die. We lose our entire board. We drop to 1. Our opponent does not lose their board. Well, we need the greatest Coco of all time. All right. You know what? We'll take Flibblethip, and we will scoop it up. No! I thought we were going to go undefeated. I really did. But if we look at Scryfall, whenever, let's just type in the same text. Whenever an artifact, we'll just say enters. We don't even put you control. Enters. Draw a card. Is there any card like this that already exists in Magic? I'm not sure there is. Like, let's start by EDH Rec rank. So, Pure Steel Paladin for equipment only. Whenever another effect you control enters, you can loot with Rook Turret, a 4-mana uncommon creature. What about cast? Whenever you let's see, whenever cast, we probably need artifact in there. Artifact. So Vidalcan Archmage, 0/2 for 4 when you cast an artifact, draw a card, but that doesn't work with the treasures or anything like that because you're not casting them. We don't have a card like this, right? Okay, Endstone. Endstone I guess counts because Endstone is it's more mana, but Endstone is just whenever you play anything you draw a card. I don't know what do you think the busted levelness of this is? I mean, you can help me, chat, because I'm gonna do a spoiler video in just a minute, and your advice may show up in the video. What do you think? Like 1 to 10, with 1 being like those draft chef cards we were looking at earlier, like the least powerful cards. 10 being this card's getting banned. It was a mistake. It's whatever. Black Lotus Skull Clamp. Where would you put this? Where would you put this? I feel like it's high. My initial gut is like 8, maybe 8.5. Like, I think this is a very above average card. So it is only good in specific decks. So obviously, if you're not making a bunch of artifacts, it's not going to do anything. So it is somewhat narrow. Although, at the same time, if you go to EDH Rec, and look at the themes. Where are artifacts? 3rd most popular archetype. So yes, it only goes in artifact decks, or maybe like treasure style token decks. But those are some of the most popular decks in Commander. I'm having a hard time thinking, like, Brea? Yes, I'd play this. Urtat? Yes, I'd play this. Urza? Yes, I'd play this. Mishra? Iron Man? Probably. Mendicant? Like, I'm having a hard time thinking of an artifact deck that I wouldn't play it in. And then, I mean, if you're playing Academy Manufacturer, if you're playing a deck that wants Academy Manufacturer and you're in the colors, which I guess Morska, Sophia, something you build, Alanis, it just seems busted. The only downside, it is not a May ability. It is not a May ability. So you might mill yourself out. There is a risk that you might actually mill yourself out in some situations. We're talking about Faithful Discovery here. 5 mana blue enchantment. When an artifact you control enters, draw a card. So let me ask you this. So Commander's the easy one, chat. Commander's the easy one. What about 60 card formats? Like, I have a hard time seeing. So we're going to build around this card 1,000,000%. There is no doubt we're going to build a deck around this card in standard or in another format because the ceiling is incredible, right? Like, when you pop off with this, you're going to draw your deck. You're going to make all the mana. It's going to be so sweet. So we definitely will be building around this. I don't know if I expect this to be like a top tier competitive a top tier competitive card. The problem with vintage shops, even though I like where your head's at, I think the problem with vintage shops that I would see is shops is really good at making mana for artifacts because of Mishra's Workshop. I don't know if they want a 5 mana enchantment though. I feel like the cost of playing a non-artifact card in shops is pretty high. So I think that might be the issue. One of them Synthesizer. Yeah, I don't even know if Synthesizer needs it. Richard is gonna say, yeah. Richard is gonna say that, yeah. Or he's gonna say, oh, it's people are gonna be scared of it, guys. You're gonna play this and your opponent's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna draw a lot of cards, and then they're gonna kill you. So it's so good, it's bad. I think that's one of those two. It's one of those two. It's always one of those two arguments. It's a tradition. It's a tradition. Until you restrict Fantasticar. Why'd they even make Fantasticar? Oh, Wizards, what were you thinking? Oh, if it was an artifact itself, it would be insanely broken. Like, if it triggered all your artifact synergies, the only thing that keeps it in line is the fact that it's not an artifact. I still think Commander staple, and like at least against the odds potential in 60 card formats. If 5 mana, it's probably not going to break formats unless there's like a combo or something. But it is very powerful once you get it going. What about the gigantic Big Bear? Any chance this card's good? 7 mana, 10/7 haste, hexproof, can't be countered. I feel like it was trample away. Yes, the discard to hand size. that one might come up too. Yeah, you're drawing those cards with Jace, but you're just gonna discard them to hand size anyway. So, I feel like Gigantic Bear, if it had trample, I'd actually be kind of excited about it. I do like that we're getting bear support for Bjorn, because Bjorn is a super cool card. And we have seen Craig Plate Behemoth, Carnage Tyrant, Terra Stomper. Like, there is actually kind of a long history of these expensive green uncounterable hasty threats at least being good in the control matchup out of the sideboard, right? Like, I don't know if how much that applies to 2026 because there's not that many counter spells because Cavern exists in the format. So like, it'll be interesting to see if it's needed now like it was in past formats. But we have a pretty good history of cards like this not being main deck staples or anything, but at least being a card that you're like, I put it in my sideboard, bring it in. What's the one from Zendikar? I think that's Craig Plate Behemoth. I think. Craig Plate Baloth is what I was thinking of. 7 mana, 6/6. Can't be countered, hexproof haste. You can kick it for 3. So that one also doesn't have trample. So maybe not having trample is not a deal breaker. And I think those are like, yeah, 7 mana in a Badger Mold Cub world though. That's actually like 3 mana. I think those were the only rares. Oh, Elven Passage. Elven Passage, this one's simple. Like, obviously good if you are in elf deck playing basics and in multiple colors, especially if any sort of like landfall, land recursion synergies. But it seems like a solid land. You only play it in elf decks. Otherwise, if it's only coming to play tapped, it's a worse of Valving Wilds. Like, the land's tapped and you lose a life. So unless you can Behold Elf, it's not going to be helpful. Probably also good in like Tomer's Changeling deck, I bet. Like, also seems kind of cute there because changelings count as elves. Faithful Discovery, obviously we've been talking about it, kind of busted. Dancing from Dawn, I love the art on that still. Dancing from Dark to Dawn. I need that poster. Whoever you are that did that art. What is the artist's name? I can't even see it. I can't see it. It's too small. But the art on that one's so good. But that card's cool. The dwarf card's fine. Old Fat Spider. Most Decrepit Bird. These card names. And Gleaming, I'm intrigued by Gleaming Splendor as well. I am intrigued by Gleaming Splendor. In Commander. I think it's more of a Commander card than a standard card. But in Commander, I can imagine playing this. I think at 2 mana, it makes enough treasures to be worth it. And then the fact that you can make people draw cards, including yourself, and then trigger it, I actually think it might be kind of good in Commander. Like, it seems good. Man, we have a lot of cards today. A lot of them are commons and uncommons, but boy, we have a lot of cards to go through. It's going to be a big spoiler video. On that note, everyone, I think I got to go run and do Elven Wait, where's Elven Passage? Elven Passage. Oh yeah, Elven Passage, good for elf decks. There's also, where's this other elf? This uncommon elf. I think this card's kind of interesting. So, Elf Druid, Woodland Weave Master, 2 mana 1/2 Vigilance. When another elf enters, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And then you can tap to make mana of any one color equal to its power, but you can only spend it to cast elves or activate elf abilities. I think this might be close enough to work in the elf deck in standard. We'll have to see what the curve looked like, but on my list, I mean, tokens with Belladonna took, elves, goblins, those are the easy ones that I'm like, okay, I cannot wait to build these, but there's actually a lot in this set that bears now I'm excited about. There's so much to build from this set. Oh, one of these days I need to try out the Oars of Spellslinger deck. Ooh, that does sound sweet. Oh, on that note, everyone, reminders on the way out the door today. Replay YouTube. Oh my God, I can't type. Replay YouTube for all the old streams. Actually, no, I gotta stop doing that reminder. No longer is there a replay YouTube. My brain has said it for so many years in a row that I just do it automatically. No replay YouTube. Watch it on the main channel. The replay will be up on there because we stream on YouTube now. A reminder on the main YouTube, along with the replay, there'll be spoiler videos, Sweet Against Odds, tons of other stuff. One more shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Do we have an X-Spell? Do we still have an X-Spell that made a bunch of elves? Not in standard, but there are in other formats. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome. I love y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know there's so much going on. I really appreciate it. I'd miss you if you weren't here. And also, yes, one more reminder. Next week, fewer battle streams. So if you want to get in, let me know. Send an email, send a message on Twitch or whatever. Let me know what format you want to play, your arena info, and we can do some battling next week on the stream. Spoiler season ends on Friday. So until then, everyone, be good. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And